Yeah, that owned us a couple nice treats because he was capable of accomplishing some certain things for us, which was nice as a reward. And then that's when we went on a mission after that towards Nibene again, and it was complete chaos. Like when Nimine started getting in a trance and trying to, I guess, gain the power of this Voon, uh, there was an acid rain that fell on the city. There was like craters that were forming around the place. Everybody that was dying and undeads that were in contact with the acid rain became zombies. So it was a giant zombie apocalypse, pretty much. The city was on fire. It was complete hell. Um, we fought through all of that and tried to gather as many forces as possible, which brought us to go back to Nibne to try to figure out what was going on there.
Whether we
And
had to kill him or
yeah,
try to
well,
stop him in some way,
yeah,
we
but
decided to couldn't kill him.
yeah, we tried to like. I think almost the only option there was to stop the ceremony from happening. What was going on? Because Nibene is still like kind of a semi-god type of creature, and we would have got destroyed. um,
Hmm.
but it put us in a good situation where Nibene is actually not very friendly with people that we don't like in the world, and so it's like one of these situations where you make friends with allies with people that you don't like just for the benefit of, and it's still. Oh, so we were able to resolve some of the issues in the city where the alliance, the wizard alliance, the good ones, they were capable of making peace with Nibene, where they were in conflicts for decades. So that gave us a little bit of favor as well.
Yep.
And then it was kind of a slow week, so we did a bunch of downtime activity, and we were waiting for everybody to get on to the next mission, pretty much.
All right then, Mr. DM,
Yeah.
I'm ready to begin, but please send me a text version of the plot so far because I got about half of everything he said, and then parts of it were glitched or I didn't understand, but I didn't want to interrupt.
I'll cover it all again. That's fine.
Hello, Tat the Hat.
Hello, Long John Silver.
Cool.
I love this guy. He's great.
All right. What's your character's name?
The ring sight.
Ring Sight. What's your Pterax's name?
Omen.
Omen. All right.
The guy's table's up, by the way.
Oh right, I have to enter a room. How do I do that?
You have Tabletop Simulator installed, I assume.
Wait, was that Tabletop Simulator or Fantasy Table Grounds?
Uh oh. It's gonna be a problem if you don't got it.
Hang on.
Man, it was just on sale too. It was $10 instead of $20. I've got the perfect figurines for your character here. I had Creus make a Pterax long ago, and now it will finally be useful.
Plans coming together.
Quality music.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
What?
I think I thought it was something else.
Ruh-roh.
Well, if you haven't
Uh,
used the other one, you can probably delete it or refund it.
I think the other one was just free.
Yeah,
Oh.
if you're talking about Roll20, yeah, that one's free.
No, not. It was some Fantasy Table Grounds something.
Did you guys
Fantasy
see?
Grounds Unity.
Did you guys see the new multiverse game? WB Multiverse.
Yeah.
And finally unleash your ultimate Shaggy.
Does he do the Super Saiyan power up? I hope he does.
Yes, yes, he does.
Super Saiyan Shaggy is the best.
Okay, so could one of you just stream it and just
Yeah, we
like,
can do
I
that.
have a sheet here.
We can totally do that.
Oh.
We've done that before for people.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, who's gonna volunteer? Joe, Chris. Joe's already hosting the table, so maybe Chris.
I volunteer myself.
You there, Chris?
To do what?
Can you stream it?
On
Go
Discord,
share it to
on
the-
Discord?
yeah,
Yeah,
Discord.
stream it to Discord so there's no delay.
I can do that.
Give me a sec. Oh shit! I gotta change my. Give me a sec.
Did you already try to add me?
To Steam. Oh right, you can borrow things on Steam, can't you?
Well, it'll at least make it easier for you to find the table.
Hang on, wait. A friend. Wait.
In the
Okay,
future.
you know what? Hold
anyway.
on. You.
Sent you a link on Discord.
Okay, link. Click the link. Okay, I'm in. I see you or your profile. What now?
Click add me.
Okay.
I made a new character.
You've been added. And now what?
No, I have to add you back. As soon as I get it.
Well, the screen share is hurting my eyes a little bit.
Why? Why is it hurting your eyes? Is it low resolution or something?
No, there's too much stuff on it.
That's just tabletop in general. I'm sorry.
There certainly is a lot of stuff.
You have to
Why did
zoom
you
in.
say that like you were advertising a film in the 90s? This summer.
It's just how I talk, man. I went to advertising
Okay.
school.
I love it. I'm there. You guys are great.
Hey Rex, I made a new character, Ninja.
Coming soon to theaters near you.
A new figurine? Is it even more fiery than the last?
No. It's like the cleric that's gonna be at the shrine.
Oh no. Another one?
See the monster trucks destroy all the puny cars on Sunday. Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday.
Where they're not
Sunday.
compensating for
Sunday.
anything.
Damn, Long.
Hey, are
Did
you
you get a
guys
new
good
sound
right now?
system?
No.
Oh right. Did you do the thing you had to do?
I didn't see an invite come in yet. Oh, a friend request come yet.
What are you trying to do?
Welcome to the
These are the Amiens
world of
friends.
Dark Sun.
Hold on.
In a world.
Seconds. What is this? Being slow. Any second now. Oh, no, wait. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
By the power.
Oh, the join game button didn't do the thing I thought it would.
What did you think it would do?
Let me like eavesdrop.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Sia's here. Look at that.
I know, right? I was just like, yay! Shut up.
And so what am I doing then? Or what am I waiting for?
Were you Richard Belmont?
No.
I hope you have your coffee. Gonna stay awake this time?
You just woke up. What are you talking about?
Okay, in my defense, last time I passed out and I woke up and I want to die. So, like, I normally I try to push through it, but like I could not move.
Did you have like an imprint of the keyboard on the side of your face?
Yes, actually, I fell asleep on my keyboard. I was like, oh yeah, I can't do this.
He's out like a light.
Yes, I passed the fuck out.
So,
Well.
normal Tuesday.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Joe
show
Dab.
you. What's up?
What am I doing here? What am I waiting for to do? What's the
I
next
never
step?
got an invite from you.
Never, an invite to, like,
Or
what button I was-
a friend request. Friend request
That's
from you.
odd.
I gave you the link.
It lists you as a friend though.
What's your name?
A friend to the friendless.
Will be a picture of a head.
You guys ready for the biggest info dump of your entire lives?
Not really.
I'm gonna
Dump it on me.
lose my voice doing this. All right.
Don't ever do that again.
Here we go. It has been almost a year since you first came to the ancient city of Tyr to seek your fortunes. You were scarcely novices then, a ragged band of wanderers and rogues from all corners of Athos. A year ago, it would have seemed preposterous to imagine that King Calic would be overthrown, or that the army of Uruk would be defeated, or that a mystical Avengian would arise to combat the evil defilers of this ruined world. Yet you have seen all this come to pass. When you arrived in Tyr, you found a city groaning under the heel of a tyrant. The terrible sorcerer King Calic was obsessed with the building of a mighty ziggurat, and he had stripped all of Tyr of its slaves. The iron mines were idle, and the crops in the fields surrounding the city were ignored for lack of slave labor. Faced with economic ruin and starvation, the people of Tyr were desperate. Calic's only response was to confiscate more slaves. You discovered the extent of Calic's hunger for slaves when you were taken by the King's Templars. At first, your only concern was survival under the brutal conditions of the slave pits.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay, this is unfortunate. The second you started making your speech, my internet shot itself in the face.
Well, fortunately, this is all going on the VOD, so you can rewatch it later and catch it if you need to. I'm going to press on, because there's a lot here.
Okay.
All right. So, Calic's only response was to confiscate more slaves. You discovered the extent of Calic's hunger for slaves when you were taken by the King's Templars. At first, your only concern was survival under the brutal conditions of the slave pits. Calic's Templars set impossible work quotas on the most meager of rations, and despite this, you soon made friends within the pits. Some of you trained as gladiators with the slave warriors Lasan and Kanla. Others secretly aided the Veiled Alliance, befriending the preserver Faldar and Etheros. You also made enemies within the pits. In spite of your efforts, you survived to see the completion of the ziggurat and the great games that Calic ordered for that day. Throughout the afternoon, gladiators fought and died in the arena until the final melee, while you watched the Molricus hurled the Heartwood spear through Calic's chest. Thus began the revolution. In the riots and panic that followed, you became the heroes, while the great leaders of the rebellion, Ricus, Neva, Aegis, Sidira, and Tithian, fought to prevent Calic from casting some spell of catastrophic proportions. You managed to lead the slaves and citizens of Tyr against the hated Templars and half-giants of Calic's guard. The end of the day saw the end of Calic's 1,000-year reign. Freedom had come to Tyr, and Tithian was declared king. While the leaders of the rebellion worked to create a new democracy in the ancient city, a new danger was already approaching. On hearing of Calic's death, the sorcerer king Hamanu of the city of Uruk dispatched an army to conquer Tyr. The fragile freedom of Tyr now depended on the skill and determination of her army. You aided in mustering the army,
Be right back,
threatening
guys, one
threatening and cajoling the factions of Tyr, and providing troops and weapons. Again, you found yourself making both friends and enemies. Powerful noblemen like Senator Turax, Senator Terthani, and Varasi Minther all resented efforts to enlist their troops and support. Every ally you found brought you a new enemy in the factionalized city. Finally, the day of the army's muster came, and you were appointed as officers in charge of the troops you had recruited. As the forces of Tyr marched, it fell to your troops to scout and patrol ahead of the army. It was a perilous task, but a vital one. Morale was low, and you were forced to deal with deserters and incompetent commanders. You were given the task of luring off the Urukite vanguard to allow Commander Rikus to surprise the enemy army. In a long day of feints, raids, and one desperate stand, you succeeded. With your success, Rikus crushed the army of Uruk. Returning to Tyr, you received an unusual message. Those of you with Veiled Alliance connections were invited to Uruk to attend a special meeting of the Alliance there. When you arrived in Uruk, you were introduced to several members of the Urukite Alliance, including the ancient wizard named Jago and the ex-slave named Alentha. You were also introduced to the legendary Korganard, a preserver and psionicist of extraordinary power. Korganard began a mystic rite of life and light, casting a mighty spell of transformation. But before he could finish, the Urukite Templars had discovered the meeting place and attacked. Korganard was absorbed in his spell and his transformation, and was unable to do anything to defend himself, forcing you heroes to save him in a desperate escape from the city of Uruk. Escaping with the preserver Korganard, temporarily locked in his cocoon, in a death-like state of torpor, his last conscious action whispered the words, "Toward Tyr." Escaping Uruk, you set off across the open desert, carrying Korganard with you. Your steps were dogged by a powerful party of Urukite warriors led by the Templar Molestic. The slave tribes known as the Black Sand Raiders and Warwick Stalkers were also on your track. Eventually, you defeated the Raiders and reunited with Alentha and continued your journey with Korganard. The Preserver's dream messages led you to a small green valley outside of Tyr. Together with the Earth Spirit Desverendi, you saved Korganard's life while holding off the attack of Molestic and his forces. Korganard...
Did you just say his name was Molestic?
Oh yeah, his name is Molestic.
That you had the exact same thought I had. Molested. I don't know why.
Korganard completed his transformation into an Avengian, a being of light, life, and goodness who represents a chance to save the dying world of Athos. Returning to the city of Tyr, you found that things were much the same as when you left. King Tithian was still consolidating his power, and the people of Tyr had organized themselves into powerful factions. The nobles looked after their own interests, ensnaring their former slaves as tenant farmers. The people of the crafts and the merchants remained at odds, and the poor of the city cried out for fair treatment. No one was entirely content with the state of the city, but at least progress was made. You continued to work as the agents and envoys of the leaders of the rebellion, solving new crises each day. You had been in Tyr for several weeks when you were approached by the noble woman Mignon of Asticles. She hired you to protect a caravan going from Tyr to the forest city of Gulg, and to carry a special package. It turned out that Mignon's fears were justified. The caravan was attacked by a fierce band of raiders. You managed to drive off the attackers, entering Gulg as heroes. You were sent for by the sorcerer monarch, Lalali Pui, the forest queen. She thanked you for bringing her package to her, which was a necklace that the sorcerer monarch valued highly. She then invited you to stay in her palace. Unfortunately, you ran afoul of the monarch's subordinates, Mogadishu, warlord of Gulg, Haban Pui, and Shala, the mistress of the hunt, and found yourself imprisoned unjustly. In 2 days, you were freed to participate in the Red Moon Hunt as quarry with your wits and your courage. You survived the Red Moon Hunt and fled to the city of Nibene. You were received by the Shadow King, a faceless sorcerer king of that city. He revealed to you that the necklace you had brought to Lalali Pui was an artifact that would greatly increase her power, and sent you back to destroy it. You accomplished the Shadow King's task and returned home, revealing Mignon as a conspirator against Tyr. You earned the gratitude of Senator Agus. You and your companions have been in Tyr for a couple of months now. Returning to your normal duties, the factions of the city continue to argue, and you are constantly going from one place to another to negotiate deals, carry messages, and occasionally to threaten someone. King Tithian's rule grows stronger every day, and you take pride in the knowledge that you are in part responsible for Tyr's freedom and growing prosperity. Oh god, I got through it. Okay, so that's where we leave off. Welcome, welcome.
Huh. You might want to save at least half of those welcomes.
Alright. Tat the Hat. Your character. Do you want to be established in Tyr? Do you want to be here for some time? Or do you want to just arrive now?
Just arriving seems good.
Alright.
So I might want to wait till the others get back from whatever they're off doing.
Your Pateran village is far to the southwest. There was a catastrophic earthquake recently, like within the last couple months, and all of the elders of your village said, the ways of the world, we cannot ignore them, for someday the troubles of the world will come to our doorstep. We must send an envoy to see what is going on in the world, and we must attend to it. Otherwise, we may be lost at some point in the future for having done nothing. And so...
What better envoy than the weirdo who keeps wandering around the place?
Sure. You get to be that envoy. You are sent to Tyr. You fly across the desert, across the hinterlands, and across the mountains, eventually crossing the mountain peaks and descending down towards the vast city of Tyr. You can see the mighty golden spire, and you can see the ziggurat rising from the center of the walled city. And so you come flying along on your Pterex.
If I'm honest, I kind of was already probably investigating. Considering the path of nonsense that they've left in their wake, I think I've just been trying to figure out what they've been up to.
Yeah, all right. So here you are, having arrived on the scene.
Right. In the city, looking for whatever the frick's going on. So, what's the first thing that catches my eye?
First off, before you even go in the city, you'll notice that there is a lush garden of fruits. A vast, lush fruit garden growing everywhere, like you've never seen such a garden. It covers the outer wall here. There's also a great spire that's under construction, and there are many pilgrims and priests in attendance. At the gate, you can see a Templar, flanked by two very large half-giant guards guarding the gate. None may enter without meeting the Templar and explaining yourself. So, do you wish to go to the gate, or do you wish to go to the temple?
I was confused. I thought the temple was behind the gate.
Nah, the temple's out here in the front of the city. Before you even get in the front gates, you'll see the temple.
I'll visit the temple for now.
All right. Hey, Gramorn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're at the temple. You've got a new visitor.
Okay. I'll move myself.
Pardon?
I'm a little big right now.
You'll meet a man.
Well, as soon as you enter the temple, what you're gonna probably see that's kind of more kind of center stage or at the top of a platform is a giant, like eternal ball of fire floating in the air.
Interesting. Oh, I forgot to mention. Would I have heard of any of the other PCs?
Because the Pterans tend to not travel across the mountains, you would not know any actual news of the events in the Tablelands. You are a total outsider, and this is the first time you've arrived here, so all you've heard is stories about the city of Tyr. Like maybe you've heard that the Sorcerer King of Tyr died. Like that would be such big news that it would have spread to every corner of the world by now.
Oh, well, I'm definitely coming here. That's on my wish list. Oh, walk in. Is it like a traditional church setup where it's like pews in a row before the big stage?
It's more a tribal shrine, and they're building they're kind of building the beginning of a tower.
There's no ceiling yet,
Probably not yet. It's still in construction.
right?
Give me a sec.
Where would you be standing then?
Um, probably talking with some workers. There's some people sculpting, giant plates of marble. There are other people that are working on building the shrine.
Hmm. Oh right, telepathy. I almost forgot.
You probably noticed too, like the people that I'm talking to that are working at building the shrine. They don't necessarily like if you've seen common people from tier realm, they won't necessarily look the same. Maybe they're not going to be dressed the same. Let's say.
Okay. So wait, do you obviously stand out as the person in charge?
Yeah, I'm in a metal armor. I have magical stuff. I have a magical lantern on me where there's a intricate map designed on it.
Okay then, I'll just walk over, and you hear a voice in your head. Greetings, mighty priest of flame.
Voices. There's a lizard man.
Just you
What
hear a voice, you turn around, lizard.
what do you look like?
And I wrote it down. He's about 6 feet tall, with a thin brown body and green eyes.
Is he naked or dressed or?
Yeah, he's dressed. He's got a. Hang on a second. Yeah, let me describe this better. If the Google Doc is stuck. Okay, there we go. Before you stands a spindly lizard-looking guy, brown lizard, covered in various tattoos, wielding a staff and some bones. He's at the end of the staff is a shiny crystal. He's got various trinkets all over his body, like a pair of rings and a cool face mask.
Hmm.
Probably the most noteworthy thing about you is that you arrive on a fucking flying mount. That's got to be
Yeah, I
somewhat
forgot about that.
impressive.
Is it
I
sunny
assumed
outside?
I'd park that outside. Actually, no. So what? Maybe I should have done my own entrance.
You just arrived, so you're still on it. Like, well, I imagine you dismounted to go inside and look around, but like, you did arrive on the Pterax.
He's parked outside. I'm not telling him what to do. He can just bugger off for all it matters.
You probably can hear that thing like squeaking and all.
Yeah. And then I walk inside and start talking to your brain.
You look like an adventurer. Normally we have beggars and refugees that comes by, or believers. Are you a believer?
I believe many a thing.
But do you believe in the true king of the world?
That depends.
It would be hilarious if fire clerics were monotheistic. There is no god but fire. But what about what? No, there is no god but fire.
Who is this true king you speak of?
The incredible Lord of Flames.
I have heard of no such Lord of Flames.
Blasphemy. And what do you do so here?
Pardon?
Have you heard of the shrine? Is this why you're visiting?
I seek out that which was prescribed to me from the Tome of Tomorrow.
Are you looking for someone in particular in the city? I have plenty
I've been
connection if
seeking.
you need some help.
Sit down with me for a moment, will you? I say as I take out I hand you a bit of spicy mead.
Spicy mead.
Yes.
I'll have some.
Roll a con save. You've been poisoned. Dun dun dun. No, just kidding.
I mean, technically alcohol is poison.
That's unfortunate. I've been playing with wild magic lately, and it made me immune to alcohol poisoning.
Oh, is that still active?
Probably.
Wow.
That'd be hilarious. Tries to like frickin' random skulky guy tries to poison you with a drink, and you accidentally made yourself immune to drink.
It was a long time. It was like several weeks. You know, I was gonna be like stuck with that condition.
At any rate,
But it tastes good. I just can't feel the effect of it.
I have long traveled the world atop Omen. I'll point outside at the pterodactyl, seeking out ways to better this, to better the planet, and just the world. I've traveled the world seeking ways to better it.
Oh,
And recently, I've had visions. I've detected strange patterns of events. And now I hear Sorcerer King is dead.
yeah, yeah. We've seen that of our eyes in the city. We freed the city. We were slaved. He tried to steal the soul and the energy of everyone. But maybe I can show you a few things around. This
That would be much appreciated.
this giant flame that you see. That was a creation by my lord. We sacrificed all the corpse that came from the last war in the city. And a giant elemental flame came upon us and created this flame. This is where we build a shrine to recognize the miracle in the moment. It created a giant cloud of ashes that fertilized the soil around. That's why everything is growing so well around the city now. We had the help of a giant powerful creature too, but I think it was more about my lord.
He's thinking deeply about what you said. I think a page is for you in the Tome of Tomorrow. You intrigue me, Priest of Flame. I will accept your help.
Yeah. Do you need any sacrifice to be made?
Oh no. That's not what I'm about.
I can take you into the city if you want. People know me quite well. Maybe that person that you're looking for I met before.
Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Follow me, and then we can head towards the gate. Are you on the table now?
Ringsight joins the party. He doesn't have Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, okay.
There was a miscommunication, and hopefully it'll be on sale again soon. I recommend getting it.
That's cool. So we'll step out of the shrine, and then we'll walk towards the guards at the entrance.
Okay. The Templar at the gate, knowing you well, steps aside and has the half giants. Like, he motions with his hand, snaps his fingers, and the two half giants pull the giant gates open, allowing you entrance. Just inside, one of the Dracoman's gonna run up to you and say, "Oh, a traveler! Oh, a Pateran! I haven't seen a Pateran in years. Do you need a tour guide around the town?"
I will be fine for now.
All right.
I have the only guide I currently need. Points to Pterodactyl.
All right.
You should keep that thing on leash because there are some people that might not like one of these creatures around. If ever you need to
Well.
leave it somewhere, the shrine is always a safe place.
Omen, guard the Shrine of Flame.
All right. He's going to fly up, and he's going to land on one of the upper parapets of the tower. People barely even notice him up there. When he curls his wings in and perches, he looks just like a gargoyle.
That sounds terrifying. You didn't even notice the giant pterodactyl.
Yeah, how big is that thing, by the way?
It's massive. It has to be large, or it wouldn't be able to carry him.
Oh my god. Okay.
And
I'll
when
go
you
with the
factor
nest-
in the wingspan of a large creature, it's going to be like a 50-foot wingspan.
We'll have to build it a nest at the top of the shrine.
What is it? Hold on.
Is it more than 50? Yeah, it probably says somewhere in the...
10 foot long.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, as a large creature, it fills a 10 by 10, but then the wingspan's going to be way wider than that.
Wait, 6 feet long, and I guess a 10-foot wingspan.
Wait.
Whatever. Maybe I got that reversed. I'm not sure.
I would have thought it was bigger. He's just a baby. He's practically barely bigger than you are.
Still has to eat a cow every day.
Okay, so you guys go inside. You enter into the caravan district. You'll pass Grick's weapons. There are numerous people buying weapons from Grick. The old dwarf, the old mole, he's sharpening some axes and describing how well they'll cut a man's skull.
A hive of industry this place is.
Oh, it is a busy place. It's one of the bigger city, at least that I have seen in my life.
Now that you're inside the city, there's all these canvas kind of coverings, awnings that go over the building rooftops, blocking out most of the sun. So you're sort of in a shaded walkway in the streets here.
And even from the streets here, you would probably see a giant pyramid. Well, actually, the image. Can you see the image in the on the side of the tabletop?
You can see that thing from miles away. Especially from the air. He was flying in, so that would have been the first thing he'd see. That or the tower.
Yep.
Was this place always like this? So full of life? Or wait, this place's Sorcerer King is dead, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a new state of affairs, or was it always this lively?
Oh, it's been more lively lately. There was some trouble in a city called Nibene. I don't know if you heard about it, but a lot of refugees have been coming from there.
Oh, how could I
And-
not? Mass
and,
destruction, earthquakes to shake mountains.
Oh, it was worse than that. The rain turned the undead back to life. It was attacking everyone. I never seen anything like that. I never seen zombies that were electrified and could go faster to the sound. It was frightening.
I
but always-
seek the ones who could best such a being. Powerful entities need my guidance.
we killed many of them. It was we made some new friends too on the way.
Oh, you were involved.
But also a lot of people in kind of the free land have learned of the liberation of the people, and a giant city without a sorcerer king is very welcoming, and a lot of people have been moving to the city as refugees or to start a new life where they don't have to be slaves.
Things aren't actually as nice as all that, though, because many of the people that used to be slaves wound up working for their former masters for barely a survivable wage, or the rents will be like just enough, like they barely make enough money to pay the rent, and so a lot of the people that used to be slaves are living a lifestyle that's almost nothing different from when they were slaves. They can call themselves free now, but
But they have dignity this time.
yeah, well, it's a morale bump, I guess.
But it's a big mismatch of all sorts of things. Oh, so I don't know if you heard, but there's going to be a great competition too in the city pretty soon. We're inviting all the best gladiator from the rest of the world to come and compete in the city. That should be a grand moment.
Very interesting.
Who is that person again that you're looking for?
I'm looking for no specific individual, but rather those involved with the fall of Nibanese Sorcerer King.
Oh, let's find my friends in the city. Where's that guide that we passed earlier?
The Dracoman. Their station is right by the front gate.
Let's go. back there.
Dracoman.
I'm gonna go and ask him. Could you find my friends, Maximus and Morg?
Oh, Maximus, indeed, yeah. He's always with Rosto. I believe in the Warrens is probably where you'd find them.
I was wondering if you could send a messenger to try to gather them.
Where would you like him to meet you?
We could maybe meet them at the Golden City.
Okay. He holds out his hand expectantly.
And if we find some of them on our way, then we'll have found them and they'll follow us. But thank you very much.
I'm not going to do this for free, buddy.
I'll throw him 10 copper.
I'm gonna do something really quick.
A tenner. That'll do, sir. Right away. He rushes off.
Let me take that off. Oh, by the way, Long, are you there?
He's still muted.
Long and Rara.
I'm still here. I've been listening.
I'm still here. I'm
Yeah.
just-
So, what was the amount of gold that we all got last week? Again?
the amount of we got paid last week.
Yeah, you guys got a boatload of gold, by the way.
That response. How much money did we get last week? We were paid last week?
I was absent
We
last
all
week.
got paid.
No,
So,
I got encounter I forgot last week.
you guys got a lot of money from your downtime activities and stuff, but, I mean, if you want to share some of that, that's up to you.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. What's his name sold something and gave us all a cut.
Yeah, you did sell a bunch of magic items and other loot.
What
Yeah,
was the
there-
cut? You guys know?
It was like 100 and something
Yeah. I think it was
Ceramic
Skywell,
or
maybe?
gold?
gold.
Gold.
Yeah, it was a serious amount.
Oh.
There was what,
Oh,
5 gems,
wrong
and they
gem.
were all worth 12 gems, and they're all worth. It ended up being coming like 700 gold divided by 5.
Orin sold it.
It'll take us a second, sorry.
Damn, where's the last VOD?
700 divided by 5.
I bet you could find it in the chat faster than you could find it on the VOD.
No, I'm looking in the chat. I'm going back. I don't see it.
If it was 700 divided by 5, I mean, each person got 140.
Or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
probably
that.
what it was.
That sounds high. I don't know. Everybody did make
Oh,
a
it was
lot of
spent.
money, though.
It was all spent.
Wait, how much downtime did we have?
2 months.
2 months?
Wait, did you guys go a full like 10 weeks?
Yeah, 10 weeks, I think,
Yeah, you-
because I needed 8 weeks.
So
Or-
more than 2 months, 2.5 months.
How would 2.5 months of what's that carousing? How about just that?
So remember, there's two. You weren't. Maybe you fell asleep already. There was 2 weeks where we did or 2 weeks. Well, we did 2 weeks. You could have only done 1 week, or you could have done no weeks. But there was a wild talent, or a psionic talent that you could have trained on for a week, and you get an extra talent, and it's this one right here. Oh, hold on.
I spaced out there for a
Read
second.
that. There's a psion. If you click that one, it'll take you to the psionic talent. Ninja shared.
And there's a bunch to pick from.
Well, you can choose one of those psionic talents, and it's only going to cost you a week of downtime to get one of those talents. That's from Nibene's bride, Shadow Bride. She's going to spend a week training all of us,
Yeah, that's when we leveled up.
and then you can spend the extra 9 weeks figuring out what you wanted to do.
So since you got a fair amount of money, I think it was like 120 or something like that. It was enough to allow me to buy the flying carpet, but I ended up not.
It was 120 gold.
I think that's about right.
There
Yeah.
was diamonds. There was diamonds inside of the actual magic item, and the diamonds were worth more than the actual magic item. So he pulled all the diamonds out of it, and it killed the magic inside the item. But then he sold all the diamonds individually. And since we were in the inner sanctum of Nibene, there was a lot of wealthy people who could buy them. So we were able to sell them at value.
Okay, so I guess we'll keep on marching, and I'll give you kind of a tour. We're going through the merchants district. It's a very busy place in the city. The merchant district.
Hang on. The carousing thing, if you did want to do the carousing, it actually costs money to do carousing. But then you would make a bunch of rolls and you would get contacts that you can use to get stuff. So sort of a
How much in here?
well, you have to choose. Do you want to hang out with peasants? It's 10 gold. Do you want to hang out with the middle class? 50 gold. Do you want to hang out with like the nobles? 250 gold.
Gold?
I'll hang out with the peasants.
So I'm reading off a list that is, generally based on Forgotten Realms. So you have to do the conversion. It's actually going to be ceramic pieces.
You scared the shit out of me. You scared the shit out of me. I was getting ready to say.
Oh, that would be expensive. What's that? 25,000? Nah.
For lunch with the Emperor.
For one favor. Oh my god.
It was the best lunch you ever had, and will ever have, because you're now bankrupt and starved to death.
That's a good one. How much would it cost? From like the duel with the you said the nobility, right?
250 ceramic pieces.
Is that a week?
Yeah, that would be 1 week of downtime, and you get to make one roll.
And if I were to do it for like the 2 months?
If you want to do it every time, then you'd have to make 10 rolls.
This is what Rara is gonna do for his entire time on.
Everybody in tier will owe him a favor. He'll have so many favors owed to him.
He's gonna hang out and live the high life, having
Is there a
cocktails
more
every day.
professional version of carousing? Like guidance or something?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
start a business.
It's called politics.
So 250 times 10.
Well, you want to spend a week getting that psionic talent, right?
Yeah, but you said it's 2.5, so I have a week left. Right?
Oh, you got like 8 weeks left.
You got 10 weeks. You spend one learning a psionic trick that you can do once a day. You got... I don't know. There was a week where you were traveling in the Beetle that you wouldn't be able to train with her. The training would have to be within the first, like, 4 weeks that you spent in Nibene? Or was it
Okay.
2 weeks? It might have been just a couple weeks that you spent in Nibene. And then a week that you were in transit, and then you've been in Tyr for more than a month, almost 2 months.
So hold up. So trying to do the math.
It ends up being 10 weeks.
All in all.
The whole thing is 10 weeks. You can do 1 week of training. There's 1 week of travel where you can't do other things.
And
Which-
you could have do a bunch of shopping too during that time.
So it's 250 times 8. That's more accurate.
Yeah.
2,000. How many gold is that? A gold piece is equal to
250 times 8,
yeah. That's
Couple
2,000.
pieces.
yeah. But how much is that like gold pieces wise?
20 GP. You just knock off 2 zeros. 20 gold if you want to do 8 rolls.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wow. All right. Let me find the chart real quick. This ought to be interesting. You know, there can be like complications and stuff, so I'm gonna roll on the complication table again and again and again and again.
Well. So is that a what type of check is it?
All right. Carousing checks are a charisma persuasion check, so you should do great.
Yeah. Charisma persuasion. Here we go.
Here we go.
One, two, three, four, five.
Here we
six.
go.
It would take too long to roll them separately, so I'm just gonna roll them all together. You know, it's gonna add 7 to like all of them though. So,
No, you can just roll 8 d20s. I'll figure it out.
And then add your bonus separately.
Yeah, tell me what your bonus is. I'll add it separately on each one of these.
Oh,
We
there's
got
20 now.
12, we got 9, we got 10, 11, 7,
Your bonus is +7.
10, 1, 20, 10, 1,
Mhm.
20.
no, that's a nat 20. One of them was.
We've got +7. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got a 19, so that's 2. We've got a 16. That's 2. We've got a 17, that's 2. We've got an 18, that's 2. We've got a 14. 14 is just 1.
It's a persuasion check, by the way, not a charisma check.
Persuasion is based on charisma. You use your charisma modifier during a persuasion check.
Yeah,
But his
you have-
persuasion is probably higher.
In the book,
Yeah.
it'll be listed as a charisma parentheses persuasion check.
Yeah, so are you like proficient in persuasion?
What's
Yeah.
your charisma at?
It's been at 16 for a while now.
So if it's 16, it's a +2.
Oh, so it's a +7.
3 with 2 forces. That's +3. And there's my proficiency bonus, which
Yeah.
is 3.
Oh yeah, no, it's +3. Yeah. +3 +4.
Yeah, I'm proficient in it.
And, yeah. So you add
Okay.
full proficiency bonus.
Okay.
You don't have
Soul.
expertise yet, right?
Soul spends 8 weeks, and in those 8 weeks makes 14 noble contacts. So make a note. You have 14 noble contacts who owe you a favor.
Jesus.
Holy shit. He's about to be leading the world.
I'm about to be the I know a guy.
But you're the bard, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah.
I know a
Wait
guy.
second.
So I'm going to say all of that takes place in the Noble District. The people that you interact with are going to be Templars, teachers in the School of Thought, investigators like psionic investigators. You even meet like Lady Chessie at one point. She teaches at the School of Thought. She's well respected. You meet the Templars that work in the warehouses and the armories, the grain storage people. You meet a variety of nobles from the bureaus of finance and of the mines and the Bureau of Defense, the Bureau of Trade. You just get to know all of the people that work in all these little offices way off in the corner of the Noble District in the Golden Tower area of the city.
The cook, the baker, the candlestick maker.
You know, a lot of these nobles lead pretty boring lives, so you've got this charismatic, entertaining bard that's hanging out with them. They're all quite happy to be in your company, and so all of the partying that you do makes you a very popular man around the city of Tyr.
You're the I-Court jester.
All right.
That's where the archery part of the court gesturing comes in.
Now,
And after
roll me a d8.
I knew something was.
Because
This was a flat D8?
there was a 1 in there. Yeah, just a flat d8, no mods.
Some guy named Bob fucking hates my guts. 4.
4. All right.
Slept with the wrong guy's wife.
You did, and he's challenged you
Oh,
to a
boy.
joust.
Wait.
This was
Wait.
before I showed up, right?
Well, it might be after actually, because let's see, what week was his 1? It was right near the end, the next to last week before you guys finish.
It might be just right
Do
now.
we still have you said there was no silver pieces in this.
Nah, there is. I was wrong. There is silver. There's silver and there's gold.
Okay.
Must
So
have
looking at my
must
notes,
have had a
I was like,
brain
how
fart
did
at the time. There definitely is silver.
But he challenged me to a jousting match?
Oh yeah, he wants to joust you to the death.
Huh.
He's gonna get up on his Crodlu. It'll be just like in the video game Joust, where they ride like an ostrich and they joust each other with jousting.
Can you
Is
choose
someone
a
doing it right
Lances.
there, or does it have to be me?
Can we still use our chariots?
No. This is a Crodlu Knight jousting tourney,
Can you choose his own champion?
and he will regain his honor by defeating you in the tourney.
If I win, do I get to sleep with his wife again?
Oh well, that's a whole different check that you'd have to roll outside of the tournament.
Wait,
The actual
no,
joust is initially an animal handling check that I'm gonna need for riding a Crodlu. I don't know how proficient a Crodlu rider you are.
I am horrible, but does it have to be me or can it be someone else? I know a guy who name begins with M that'd be great at this.
If you concede defeat, or if you do not like meet him in the challenge, you will be considered the coward and the loser.
All right, I guess I'm doing this.
Is it
Yeah,
possible
go.
for me to... Can I be present for this situation?
It'll happen in the gladiatorial arena, and there will be posters all around town. When you march down the main street, there will be posters, flyers that have this crude crayon drawing of men riding giant chickens and skewering each other with lances. You can only assume it means that there's going to be like a grand tournament, a grand joust in the arena later this afternoon.
Rara, are you? Oh shit. Are you half elf?
Yeah, I'm a half elf.
Yeah, so it makes you proficient with animal handling.
That explains a lot. I got an
Ninja,
athlete.
Doesn't
The,
matter. Not 20.
do you have it written down what I made from doing the downtime for the gladiator stuff?
No. Yes, maybe. Did you lose it somehow? What happened?
I don't know where. I mean, I have it recorded, but I just want to make sure my numbers are written down.
Give me a moment. Let me look this up.
Did all the pit fighting and stuff. We put on a grand spectacle.
Go into the notes.
It's gonna start off over a simple fight and just turn into like go.
So, was Bardman involved in the events surrounding the Benet?
That's actually my friend. Well, we might actually see the jousting if it's happening today. We're gonna be passing by the Coliseum.
I would like to attend.
Can we make that happen, Ninja?
Sorry, I was reading what?
Can we make it so when we walk by the arena, that's when the jousting happens, so we can.
Oh yeah.
We can see
Yeah, you could go check it out if you want. That's fine. You can sit in the stands and say, "Rah rah, you can do it." And watch him get stabbed in the abdomen with a lance.
This is like how many people are here? Because it's gonna be how badly do I try?
This is the Gladiator Arena of Tyr. There's gonna be like 1,000 people in the stands.
I literally just spent 8 weeks training, or I'm sorry, 6 weeks. Wait, no, we spent 2 weeks, 7 weeks training the gladiators. Like at
This
my
guy that was gladiator though, or
He's a
I literally
knight,
spent my downtime
a knight
training
Templar
all
of
the
Tyr.
gladiators.
like level 3 fighter? What we talking here? What?
Well, as a
I mean,
Templar,
I'm a level. I was gonna say I'm a level 10 barbarian, and I've been training all the gladiators at my level. I've been sparring with them for like 7 weeks, so they have all probably gained at least a level or 2.
he was probably previously a paladin, but having lost all of his Calic magic, he would have the capabilities of a fighter of the same level. But you won't know what his level is until you get in there.
Oh man,
He's not a gladiator though, Joe.
Gregor. I'm looking at Gregor's face and I forgot he looks like.
Doctor Evil.
But well, I guess we keep on going. We're just walking through the merchants district.
Of course.
And we're gonna head towards. We're gonna pass by the giant pyramid.
All right. I put it in the in-game text chat there, Joe. You see it?
Yeah. There we go.
Is that what you had? In your
I didn't have
notes?
any of it. I didn't write it down.
Bad behavior, Joe. Bad behavior.
I know.
Naughty,
I know,
naughty.
I know. I'm sorry. I won't let it happen against her.
Violation.
Damn it.
What happened?
This is the first time I've had a chance to pull out the violation card.
Wait, what's the violation?
It's this funny little card I have here.
You're having a little way too much. D&D violation. Metagames fail to inform of absence. Argue with the DM's ruling. Yeah, pay attention. Press on phone.
Was
Fill out.
that guy at the table? You don't want to be that guy.
Metagame didn't learn their character. Faked dice rolls. That's impossible to do. Wait, who's getting the card?
Don't worry about it. It was just a joke. Just a joke.
He's taking it so seriously. I'm like,
All right. So you're traveling. Where do you go? You're going to the inn and tavern?
We went through the merchants district.
Oh, you walk around the merchants district. You're going to see the merchant houses, all of the buildings in this part of town. Quite nice. All of them have rugged-looking guards standing in front of each one, making sure that everyone who enters and leaves is law-abiding. None of these are city guards. These are all individual guards of the merchant houses themselves, loyal only to the merchant houses. Some of them foreign, but Also, others local. Tyr has its own local merchant houses, just like every other city. But all the other cities have a representative house of varying sizes. You can see House Sham, House Salaxa, House Stel. Everyone represented here, big and small.
Hmm.
And if you keep on going to the right on the east, you're gonna find the health district. There's some shady vendors over there if ever you're looking for something a little bit more exotic. But this is where you're gonna find the standard goods over here in the city. And while we're walking, we're getting closer and closer to the giant pyramid. An enormous pyramid.
I see it.
As you approach the pyramid, you're going to get a psionic tingle. And this feeling of calm benevolence is going to wash over you. Like a beacon of light and hope emanating from the pyramid. This is going to make you feel better the closer you get to it.
What is this pyramid for?
This was the home of the ex-sorcerer king, the one that died. Also was used as part of his ritual. As you can see the structure, this pyramid and the giant tower at the end was a magical monument built just to extract the life out of everyone in the city. The Sorcerer King was trying to transform himself into a giant immortal dragon. But
You
we
can
were
see
able
him writing in a book.
but at the moment, there's the King Titan, or that is kind of in charge of the city. He's not a sorcerer king, but he was the leader of the Templars before the events. And in the city, also, there's a powerful psionic creature that we've met. His name is Corgonard. Maybe you'll have a chance to meet it. An impressive creature.
I see.
Every time you're by this giant creature, it seems like you feel good for some reason.
Repeat that, please. I couldn't hear you just now.
Corgonard emanates an aura of benevolence and good feelings to everybody within like a mile of him.
Yeah,
Wait.
each time.
He's the. Wait, sorry. Corgonar. He's not the Antirian or the thing.
Yes, he is.
The Avengian, he is.
And he's the current ruler of the place.
No, he's only staying here for some time. I don't know that he has a home. He's more kind of a traveling creature.
I must visit him, but not yet.
Sure, you'll have a chance. He knows us, so it might not be too difficult to get some time with him. While we walk through here, this is it looks like a giant work field, and on our left there's a giant pen, and then and I point out, you see the pen over there, that was a prison.
And there's a giant work field.
Yeah, that's kind of the work area that was kind of like the pit where the work was done to actually build the ziggurat, the giant building in the city.
Each day, the prisoners from the slave pens would be brought out into the brickyard, where they'd go to these buildings. They would build the bricks, and then other slaves would deliver those bricks to the structure here, where they'd go up the ramps and place the bricks high atop the ziggurat as it was being constructed. And at the end of the day, they would return to the slave pens here, where it was bitterly cold, and they'd bury themselves in sand so they wouldn't die of frostbite in the night, while eating their bug-filled gruel. It was a pretty pathetic life until the revolution.
Well,
I'm gonna look into the work. Pit.
Well, these are all bad souvenirs over here, but I was thinking that maybe we could use this area to build new homes for all the free workers. It might be better than this old. We don't need to keep this area just like this. No one really
Has
wants
the
to remember those days.
has the Dragoman station guy got to me yet?
Yep, the Dracoman finds you and Arosto the Old. Arosto is bestowing upon you his great work. He says, "Take this hammer. Mighty Taurus, take this hammer and use it only for good. If you ever do evil while wielding this hammer, I will know and you will be punished. But I trust you. Your heart is pure and you will do no criminal act with this. And so I bestow upon you my power. In its totality, this is my masterwork. I shall never, never craft a weapon greater than this."
I have a feeling.
Ooh,
Sorry, never mind.
it's
Okay.
shiny. Mr. Rosto, I never do nothing bad. I promise you. I keep my word all the time. And I do good for you. And like Korganar said, as long as I do good, I will always be in his favor. And so now I'll be in your favor too. And um um I've I've smashed bad things with this. And um oh, can I just have it? Can I swing it? Can I would have heard something.
Oh, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Here, I've even
Oh, yeah.
prepared some targets for you. And he shows you an
Oh.
alley where there's some stuff you can smash.
I go in the alley and just start smashing the barrels and little things he's put up for me. I'm like, oh my god, one hit.
He actually
Crash
designed
the
it so
pavement a
that
little
they
bit.
were on rolling barrels, so when you hit it, it causes it to roll away. And when it moves, the barrel continues to explode as it's moving away.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh man, what kind of damage is that, Mr. Rosto?
Thunder damage.
Oh, ooh.
Every
Don't tell
smash
the
with this
Morty.
hammer will produce a thunderous explosion of sound and concussive force.
Ooh, it's like a boom. It goes a boom every time.
Indeed, indeed. Use it well.
Ooh, uh, who's that guy?
The Dracoman, so the Dracoman, he came to fetch you, and he says, "Your friends have requested that you meet them." And he's going to indicate where Grimoren has gone.
Oh, they must have heard the big booms.
He's going to tell you, there was something about jousting event between Soul and Knight. I didn't get the full details, but you
Oh,
should...
the little one's gonna fight? I would have watched that.
Yes, well, your
All right,
friends
bye,
seem to
Mr.
be
Rosto.
headed in that direction. All right, Arosta waves
I'm
to you.
going.
He's
I know
already
where they
rushed
go.
out
They go
by
to the
half
front
the
pit.
sentence.
Yep.
I'm already gone. Yeah, I'm just running full speed, full dash, running straight over to the gladiator arena. I'm gonna be waiting for them as soon as they get here.
If I
I'm gonna be
die,
showing
just
off
let
my
everyone.
hammer.
I slept with that guy's wife. Just let everyone.
I guess we can all meet at the gladiator pin.
I think it's a good time for Long to chime in. Long, what do you do for 10 weeks?
Is the 10 weeks at the other city, or is it at Tyr?
I believe you were in Nibene for 2 weeks, then you were on board a Rosetta undead war beetle traveling across the desert for 1 week, then you returned to Tyr where you spent the following 7 weeks doing whatever.
Okay, the first 2 weeks when we were in Nibene, I know that I trained on the sensing eye skill.
Yeah.
The second roll I failed, but you said that we get like some points towards it. I don't know where that got recorded because it doesn't seem like it was saved on a notepad or anything.
Yeah.
No, it's for you. You get an advantage.
Oh, you just get an advantage next time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you probably should put it on a note card and save it in your area so you don't forget. I got one here if you need it.
Yeah, that's what I wrote for mine.
Is it
because
is it only specifically advantage if I'm training like the same skill?
Yeah.
Hey, Ninja, can you resend me that list of animals?
The beasts of burden and stuff like that. Sure.
Yeah, it's an advantage. That's what I wrote for mine because I tried to learn telekinesis.
The Dark
wanna-
Sun Bestiary.
On the 1 week that we're on the Rosetta War Beetle, I want to train on my playing card skills
All right.
that I was doing before.
Oh my gosh, this thing
I have
is
to
a
roll for it?
fool.
No. It's you just need to do a number of weeks. It has to add up to 10 weeks of training, and then you get proficiency.
Hmm.
You'd be like a week short.
It's pretty close though.
We could take an extra week.
Like, what, 25?
11 weeks of downtime.
I mean, that's pretty much what we all did. We just like,
Yeah,
I
we
need to do
kept on
this. It's
adding.
gonna take this much time. Okay, add another week. So I don't really, man.
Ninja, have I ever seen a Melchiot before?
A mechalot.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very common. They're a known terror of Athos. Like, if you encounter one in the wild, you need to be real sure you're not in the path of it and whatever it wants to eat.
Are they carnivorous?
No, they eat plants. But if you were, like, in front of a plant, they will step on you to get to it and not even notice.
I see.
I mean, they could probably eat a person, too. They're probably omnivorous. They're considered very, very dangerous. It's like a bull, but a giant carnivorous, an omnivorous lizard. But with the hormone situation of a bull, where they get very territorial.
Ornery. Ornery is the word you're looking for.
And then we took 7 weeks in tier.
Yeah.
I mean, either helping grow things in the gardens, both in the outside farms using my wild growth, or also in the king's garden trying to grow some magical fruit.
All right.
And also, is there already like a manager thing in the gladiatorial stadium? If there's not, I would try to set up some gates.
I think they don't. I don't think they have a manager now. So if you want to do that, go for it. They used to have a Templar that was assigned to that, but nobody liked him, and I think he got killed during the Revolution.
Probably.
Yeah, then I would do that as one of the new freemen.
You're gonna become the new gambling kingpin.
Yeah.
I mean, I made 110 gold, man.
Slavery is currently illegal in tier, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Everyone's free in tier.
Listen, how big are the farmlands in tier?
Pretty big.
Then I would
While
have
we're
to
on the
spend
way,
multiple days doing that.
while we're on the way to the arena, did I notice anyone in danger or trouble or in need of assistance in any way?
Surprisingly, no. Tyr is doing really well. Everybody's in a fairly good mood. There's peace, there's prosperity, there's no sorcerer king, there's no slavery. So people are going about the business of just trying to make some money and live a good life.
I think this is, outside of his own home, this is the first time he can say the world is wonderful. And that makes it vulnerable.
It's pretty
And
good.
the vulnerable need guidance.
So, Morg, you tend to the garden. How many weeks do you want to spend tending to the garden?
Well, plant growth helps with all the plants in a half-mile radius. So I don't know how big the royal garden is.
I think once it's been cast, it's kind of set it and forget it. And it's already been
Mhm.
cast like multiple times, so.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
if you
that
actually
helps
want
for
to,
a whole year.
if you actually want to tend to the garden, I'll let you harvest some magic fruits.
Okay, I can. Yeah. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, like a survival check, and I'll check the table
Okay.
to see how many you get.
Let's see. Survival. 8. 11.
Looking for the table. Give me a moment. Ooh, 11's bad. That's only going to get you one, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you get your pick, so whatever kind of potion you want to grab, you can grab it. Potions of strength, potion of fly, potion of heroism. What do you think you need?
See what happened was, is that I got the really high roll, and like I didn't realize there was a manager of the thing. Next time, you're in.
I'll get the heroism fruit.
All right, you get a heroism fruit. And then you go to the gladiator arena and you try to arrange several matches. All right, we need to make a roll. I'm going to say what this is an insight roll, where you're determining what would make a good matchup between who and who to draw a crowd.
A lot better. 25.
All right, 25 is real good.
Who's making this roll?
That'd be Morg, the
Druid barbarian.
All right, 3 of the gladiators think you did a good job, and you should be able to keep this position.
Wait, who made the roll?
I'll do my best. Keep trying to make the games as entertaining as possible while also fair.
All right. You make some good picks. There's several good matchups. The arena makes some money. 3 of the gladiators thought you made good decisions and would support you in continuing to be the... I'm trying to think of the word for the person that runs the Ludus. I used to watch a lot of Spartacus Blood and Sand. I should know this. But anyway.
Master.
Yeah, like the master of the place. So,
Master?
it's not exactly a ringmaster like a circus would have.
Well, the pit master.
Well, yeah, I guess if you had slave pits, it would be the pitmaster, but it's not really like that anymore. I don't know.
Arena master?
The Master of Games is what it used to be called when a Templar did it. The Master of Games would choose the matchups, and then he would announce them. So he'd be standing before the crowds, and he'd say, "And now we have this champion versus this beast. Who will overcome who?" And then the crowd goes wild.
like a matchmaker.
Yeah.
He's the Coliseum manager.
But the title
And I
is
will
Master of
announce
Games.
Soul's fight. Yes.
But what about the royal duel?
All right. So, animal handling check. Let's see it, Soul.
I already did it. I got a nat 20.
Oh yeah, the nat 20. Okay, so after you successfully ride your beast, your mount, you charge into battle. All right, roll an attack.
Well, we'll see that we
The
got
thing
there.
for William.
I'll point to you who Sol is.
Give me guidance, Supermore. I did not mean to.
No, can't do that.
No.
I'm in the stand and I'm looking at you doing it as though.
You gotta do it by touch.
So I'm in the arena right now, yes?
Sure.
Am I jousting against him?
No.
Oh.
No, he slept with the wife of one of the Templars, and he got pretty upset about it and challenged him to this duel.
No, I meant, am I in like the stands of the arena?
You can be. You're welcome to go into the stands.
I would like to be.
All right. Many people from all around the city pour into the Gladiator Stadium to see the spectacle of blood on the sand. It's brutal, it's barbaric, but this is the entertainment that people in the gritty and grimdark world of Athos enjoy. And so the match begins. The two circle on their crodlu, each giant bird-like lizard thing squawking loudly. With like leather straps and stirrups and saddle upon its weird body. They ride at each other hard, leveling their lances towards each other.
How far are they from like the stands?
Have you ever seen the movie Gladiator?
A bit.
All right, just imagine it's like that. Like there's a bit of elevation. You have to go up some stairs to get into the stands, and you're looking down into the arena. So it's not only far away, but it's like below you.
No terrible view.
No, it's actually a good view because of the way the stands go up. You can see down into it. I mean, the figures might look small in the distance unless you got some sort of like. If you're in the back row, you might need looking glass. But if you're down in the front row, there's only like 1,000 people here. You could probably get close to the front. You might have to fight the crowds a little bit. They're kind of rowdy. Everybody's cheering and throwing stuff.
Who are they cheering for?
Who are they cheering for? Let's see. If I roll low, the crowd is cheering for your opponent. If I roll high, they're cheering for you. Oh my god, I rolled a 1. This guy's so popular. Who is this guy?
On the left, we have the freedom fighters, the bard that sleeps with all your wives. So, and on the other side, we got.
All right, what it
we
is?
have former Templar.
What it is today.
Liver of slaves.
Today was it was Templar Appreciation Day, and so all of the Templars in the city are here in the stands, and they're all rooting for the Templar.
This feels like a fight between two people everyone should rightly hate.
All right, I need an attack roll.
Just a D20 plus my like if I'm proficient with a lance or something. Like what's...
You have fighter levels. You're proficient with the lance, and then lance has to be strength. I don't think that's your good stat, but you did get your proficiency bonus at least. So, D20 plus 4.
14.
14. All right. All right.
I lean over and I tell her, "You can do it."
I can shoot a fireball ball of love if you want.
What?
Shooting a third ball of love is not the kind of sentence you want to say after being in a fight for screwing a guy's wife.
Okay. I need you to roll a D12. His lance hits you a glancing blow that does 4 damage. But your lance also connects, hitting him for 6 damage. Whack! Alright. Let me check his morale. His morale holds. Alright, round 2. He brings his animal about. Make another animal handling check.
Alright. Something bad is about to happen.
You feel excited? We're about to see some blood.
Oh no, whose blood? Not Saul's.
Exactly. That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear.
This giant sat next to us.
In the crowd, yes, that would be
Oh.
Twit Wizard.
Oh. All right.
Looks like it's gonna be Saul's blood.
Okay. After the initial exchange, you both pass each other and then circle around. At the far point, when your bird is circling around, it actually like trips and sprawls out, throwing you from the saddle. Luckily, your leg wasn't pinned under the heavy beast. Your opponent came around, and he sees you sprawl, and he rather than make his attack, he plays to the crowd, and he's got a 21 to announce to the crowd that his opponent is weak and foolish and will be easily crushed, and he can take his time defeating you. And the crowd is mirthfully laughing along, as if it's all a good entertainment that you're sprawled out on the ground like you are. But he didn't attack you this turn. He would prefer to abuse your good standing in the town by making you look weak.
Oh man, you gotta lose some favors after that.
That's wife in the crowd. Just asking. Y'all recognize-
Probably she would be here.
Okay. Just making sure.
This is
She's
just like
"I
the
can't
movie
believe
The
I slept with that
Duel.
guy."
Just like The
I'm
Duel.
considering covertly getting involved in this fight.
All right. Well, so you lay sprawled on the ground, and many people laugh. What do you do?
I just get up. There's nothing much I can do yet. I really am getting embarrassed out here.
Are you gonna take that?
So,
Instigate.
so your options are to concede defeat to your opponent, or to get back in the saddle and try again.
Get back in the shadow.
Say something witty back, Bard.
Your,
The announcer's just like, come on.
your opponent lowers his visor and tilts his lance in your direction.
I just remembered something. In terms of feet, how far is the how far is just any of them?
If you're at the edge of the seats, you are 50 feet from them.
Okay, I don't need to be that close. I'm gonna use my powers of telepathy to speak to Failing Boy.
All right, a psionic message in your ear. What does it say?
He believes you incompetent, a fool. Play to his fantasy, and show him who the real fool is.
Who is this?
You don't know.
What is this? What is this strange voice?
Who is this? You don't know me.
Frickin' Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What do I roll now? Or do another animal handling?
Animal handling.
I was hoping that would count as a help action or something.
Nine. Right.
What happened?
Your total's a 9? All right. So you're going to have to roll your attack with disadvantage.
All right.
Dang it, I guess I didn't give it an advantage.
No, I did it wrong.
Well, if you gave him advantage, it would cancel out. Are you doing something that's going to give him advantage?
I was giving him advice with my psychic powers.
Yeah, it's not enough to get advantage, I don't think.
Okay. Don't mess up now.
With my fighting skills, can I give him coaching? Can I yell some coaching words at him? And like tell him where to like stick it? Like how to hold it properly?
You can say
Wait,
whatever
what-
you want, whether it works or not.
My lowest is 14.
Stick your lance in your armpit.
Yeah, Doug. That's not how you do it, big little buddy. You gotta do it like this. And I put my maul and I hold it like a lance and I'm like, you do it like this and you get it in there real good and you gotta aim. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize. On him. Don't close your eyes.
Is your armor
Shoot,
class
do
still
it.
18 right now?
Yes.
All right. So his
Currently
lance.
just picturing the fat guy in Little Mac who's like yelling at him from behind the arena.
His lance glances off your armor.
I'm like a big dude.
Your weapon hits. Roll some damage.
Yes, sir. You can't keep the Juggernaut down.
You're
What's
more
the damage?
D12 plus strength.
If I'm proficient in, like, do I add any bonuses?
Nah, it would only come from your strength modifier if you've got one.
Okay, so it is.
D12 lance, stabby stab, piercing damage.
12 damage.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yo.
Damn.
All right. You hit him real hard. I'm going to have to make a morale test.
Can someone stream again? I can't see anything.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. He's going to concede defeat. That was too strong a hit for him to take anymore.
Oh my
That's
god,
what
your
Jack
wife
Buck
belongs
did.
to him now.
Kick the eye.
I want to
Right,
just
you
stare
put that
daggers
thing
and
in
make
his
just make
face.
flirtations like gestures towards his wife.
I-
Right now.
I extend my hand to the to the middle of the area and I point down with my tongue.
I just flirt with this guy's wife mid fight. Yeah, I got priorities, man.
Don't
this was
freaking
to-
do that. You're gonna inspire him to try to stab you again.
I thought this was a fight to the death.
All right.
You're right. Get back on. Get back on.
The crowd throws you 15 silver pieces.
Ooh.
Gladiator thing might be for me.
Do a victory boast. Do a victory boast.
I do like what's
I
that?
throw him a gold piece.
Ooh.
So 6. Oh, wait. Oh man, thank you. Wait a minute. Just
A pretty good showing. You're a knight now.
Well, gladiator stuff.
You've done joust.
Take that off my
Wait, like he's
thing.
officially a nice? Is that how this works?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
You were in the
I just
army,
made-
right?
So Knight's Tale.
You could definitely call yourself a knight. You were in the army.
I'm gonna send him another psychic message.
You got the gold piece that I said I threw you?
yeah, I added it.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm
Ninja
gonna
was
send,
the-
I'm gonna send Winter Boy another message. The message goes as follows. Basically, I had a phrase ready and I forgot it. Hold on. Right. The surest way to defeat an enemy is to make him a friend. Console him in his time of utter despair.
Give him back his wife.
Or at least comfort him on taking it. Do something.
Invite him to watch.
I want to give.
No. That's not what I meant.
Right to fourth or so.
Wait, what's going on?
Just heard what Ninja says. Why?
What is going on here, guys?
What I said, what the bard heard.
I'm in.
I want to can I do make a performance check? I want to give him a song.
Yeah, sure. I'm betting the crowd will love it.
Song of humiliation.
It's gotta be some jabs thrown in there. Like you said that I was.
We will rock you.
And your wife.
He's never gonna forget this.
This was
I
not
yell
what I
out,
meant.
another!
15. Can I use
Oh,
my
that was
psionic
really
talent die?
Of course. It's
So that's a
charisma.
D8. Just a flat D8.
Flat D8. And if
Yeah,
you
no,
roll
this
an
is
8,
not
it will
what I meant.
shrink.
15 plus 6, so that's 21.
Wow. All right. Enhancing your song with the power of psionics. It goes out into everybody's mind and their ears at the same time, and their minds are blown. They were into it.
Yes. I bow again, and I just now I just walk over to him and I say, "So, who was puny and weak?"
What did you ask him just now?
No, I was asking the guy I just beat. Who was he talking about?
Who's weak now?
Pretty much.
This is the opposite of
I
what
wanna
asked.
hop the stand and I go like, oh, you going to take that? Oh, my man so gonna mess you up. See, he listens to me, and then he hits you hard, and then you can't even fight him.
You
Well,
know, I often associate that voice with good-hearted kindness. Thank you for reminding me that's not necessarily the case.
let's
He's been
go.
hanging around me too much.
Let's go meet them. We'll go into the arena and meet our friends here. Oh, good fight, Saul. I totally
That's
thought
my
that you were
man
gonna
Soul right there.
Totally believe in you. Cancel my bets. We're leaving the town. We're leaving this.
Nice work, Saul. I really thought you were gonna get killed there.
Thank you for the confidence boost. Nice to know my own allies. I've been around for extended amounts of time. They're believing.
Can someone put the token that was apparently made for me on the
Yeah, I brought
Page.
you to.
this one.
Yeah.
Is that mine?
Yeah, this is the one I got. It's a lizard man.
Good enough.
We can find a better one in the future. Like Krius has a couple subscriptions to Hero Forge. If you can describe your character real well, I'm sure he might be willing. If he's got credits, he might be willing to help you out.
I could
That's
go
awesome.
make a Hero Forge character and just send it to you.
Exactly, that works too. That's what I've done several times. Like your Tyrax that's parked over here in the tower. I asked Krius to make this figurine for me after I designed it.
Can I talk to Morg about getting another jousting match?
Of course.
Yeah.
This is pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
walk into the stadium now along with everyone else.
I thank everyone for joining in today's jousting tournament and match, and thank them all for joining the Templar Appreciation Day. And I wish the Templar, even though he lost, a great day. And
Like,
all
oh,
the
I think
other
that's gonna ring a
Templars
bit
too.
hollow after everyone was doing a musical number about how he sucks. It was literally a Disney musical after the villain lost about how the person who beat him up is the coolest.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out into the arena and do a little curtsy bow before basically all of you gathered there.
His character's so charismatic that it was probably a song that made the Templar sound great, but then had subtle jabs worked into it. That, like, if you think about it, it's like, hey, that's a joke at his expense, but like, it's done so well that the crowd might not even pick up on it.
Intriguing. Yeah, curtsy bow for you all in the currently standing in the arena.
Many in the crowd are shocked to see a Pateran. The P is probably silent, but I like to say it.
Oh.
Terran.
What's this thing? Is
Is
he
it-
your new pet, Grumorn?
No. He's not a pet. He's a intelligent creature.
I'll reach out before you even say that. I reach out to try to pet him on the head.
I appreciate your kindness, I say in your brain.
Oh, he can talk! Oh, snap!
Yeah, I met him at the
Is he a
entrance to the sea.
parrot?
No,
Uh,
he's a Terran.
He talks.
You don't see them very often, but they are around.
What's a
hail
Terran?
to you, champions of
I know
Nibelheim.
he's a Terran. What's a Terran?
You talk to multiple people at a time with your mind.
I cannot, but I do have telepathic bond, which does let me do that and lets you do it as well, actually. I'll just post what the spell exactly does in the chat room. So you don't have to individually look it up. There you go.
Oh wow.
Ooh, up to 8 willing creatures.
Ignore the
What-
last part. I don't think those are a thing.
What is the range?
I don't think there is a range. It's it's infinite range.
That's quite the range.
Hmm,
How long does the spell
That's
last for?
an hour.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
Oh,
How far
that's
can it be?
actually really
Till
good.
the
That's
end
useful
of the
because
world.
I can't talk when I wild shape. I can't talk.
Well, don't turn into anything with an intelligence score below 2.
Oh, wild shaping lets me keep my human intelligence and
Oh,
wisdom.
okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
But yes, hail to you, champions of Nibene.
Wait,
That voice sounds familiar.
this is tier.
What, did you hear a voice in your head?
Which
Testers
I-
of sorcerers.
You're kind of the champions of
Legends.
Nibene
Yeah.
and Tyr.
Oh yeah. How'd you know?
I've been following your exploits for quite some time, yet even I didn't know it quite yet.
Should we even tell the people of Tyr that we are helping Nibene, who is a sorcerer king?
Oh, they already know.
Oh, they do?
See a kind of change in his expression when he hears that, but then he just regains his composure.
Yeah, we actually have many refugees from Nibene that came back with us, and we're giving them some work and shelter right now at the shrine.
Just then, new arrivals from the stands. It is Rikus and Neva. Rikus is going to congratulate Sol on a great joust, and he hopes that you will continue in the proud tradition of the gladiatorial champions of Tyr. Being a proud gladiator all his life, he thinks it is the highest thing that somebody can achieve is like glory in the arena and the honor of the battlefield, and he sees growth and potential in you.
I taught him everything I know.
which wasn't much, but I learned.
It's quite
Watch
impressive
it.
how you
Hey,
took
you
his
better out
wife.
of character. You better watch it. My character is the premier gladiator around here.
It's quite impressive. You took in one day his wife and then his self-esteem.
Okay, I know you probably didn't say that, but what I heard is double team his wife and then his self-esteem.
Just don't take his money too. Leave him something.
His wife too little for me.
Actually, how much does his house cost? You go through and get this stuff.
A lot.
By the way, I just request all your names. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't feel like it. It just I know it.
Oh,
it's convenience.
we'll say it. We'll say it. I'm Doris Maximus. And I tell you what, I'm the strongest person here. I'm the exact here, smartest you could ever see.
You
He's
broke
also
up.
You're going robotic.
Yeah, he's a robot too, yeah.
I was
Sorry,
gonna say he's also an Autobot.
Roll out.
Roll out.
He's a cyborg barbarian.
It sounds
Say,
cool, actually.
You would have heard my name during the announcement of the game. I am Morg, your announcer for today.
I just noticed how much Morg and Rikus look kind of alike.
I mean, we are the same race. We're both moles.
Yep, yep.
I tell him, I'm Taurus Maximus. I'm the strongest fighter around here, and I'm also the smartest half giant around.
I look
do not
over at
doubt
That's the
Windsor.
first thing.
Look over at Quick Windsor.
I do not doubt your strength, mighty Taurus.
Quick Windsor didn't
right.
hear any of that. He's over here having a
Smart of
conversation
you.
with Urgos.
You're smart not to doubt my strength.
What did what did Neva what?
Oh, I was saying
Wanna
that
see
Quick
the fat
Windsor
stuff.
didn't hear any of that. He's way over here.
Ooh, that was close. Hmm. Tell me, giant, you seek the knowledge that I may provide you.
What kind of knowledge?
I am a humble guide through the many ways of fate, and fate has brought me here. I'm talking to all of you right now. Everyone who was initially there for the telepathic bond thing.
Well, we just did a lot of studying on the last time we were here, and when we left Nibene, and I studied a lot, and I'm kind of tired of studying. But as long as I gotta read, I'll learn. Reading's hard.
My
What is
messages
this?
go beyond the spoken word, as you can see, or hear in your mind.
Wait, we're talking in our heads?
Are your
Why am
lips
I
moving?
talking? I'm talking out loud. My character's literally talking.
You can, if you so desire. Try it.
I think hard, and I try to talk with my mind. I'm like, I'm thinking about food.
What kind of food?
Whoa! You can hear my thoughts.
Yes, and so can
Hmm.
the other three.
Wait, you guys can hear what I'm thinking?
Can you smell what you're thinking?
You
I
smell
can
what
only... Your thoughts
I'll
are
say-
only
I'll say
heard
that,
if
I'm
you
like-
want them to be. You were careless just now, so I did just hear what you were thinking.
I
Oh,
whisper, I
no.
whisper, I whisper to Taurus, hey, think quiet, think quiet.
I'm over here thinking about that half giant, the Fomorian half giant.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared to get hit with a lot of trauma.
I'm
These
thinking
are
about
but one
her
of my many myriad
out loud. I'm
gifts.
thinking out loud.
Mine speak. Allow me to help guide you through the winding path of fate. I sense destiny around you all. And it is my destiny to lead you to yours.
Are we gonna get any of that food I was talking about?
If that
Taurus,
is-
you know of a
yes.
particular restaurant in the merchant quarter that makes the best food you've ever eaten.
I could really go for some of that.
You know they're not
Yes,
going to stay
what
open
I'm
for long.
thinking?
When the sun goes down, they'll close. You have to get there soon.
Guys, we gotta
Yeah.
go before the sun sets, or we're not
Where we
gonna
going?
get the food.
Oh, we're going to that place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then upon you I shall
All
bestow
you
my gift,
can eat.
You bestow your what now?
and I shall bestow you with the gift of alacrity.
What is that? What gift is this?
It's a spell that only works on one of you, so I'm picking the giant.
What's that?
A D8 initiative bump.
Yes.
Oh, I already
my
got
God.
advantage on initiative.
We're gonna fight the restaurant owner?
Yeah.
It was more of a role-playing thing to symbolize you getting there quickly.
Now have a foot race. He'll be the first to leave the starting line, and he has the highest movement rate.
And you can jump over buildings.
Yep.
This is like a
I
scripted
turn on my
disaster.
I turn on my ring of jump.
Just to get to the restaurant faster.
I start and I go up here and I jump to the top of the thing and I'm like, hey Crocodile, gotta go, gotta get the food. And I slide all the way down the thing.
Wow, I imagine you're
go
jumping
here.
up entire levels of the pyramid with each step.
Fast burn.
Yeah.
I think I made a good first impression on that one.
Oh, he's not
And
that hard
I'm
to
like,
impress.
I'm going. And I just head straight there. I don't even know where it is, but
The merchant quarter near the
I'm in the merchant district.
Oh
Yeah.
right, because of how
Yeah, that's where it's
aberrant
at.
mind works, I get to still talk to you even if you're like a mile away.
Oh, you're a sorcerer?
So where are we going? The Golden Ink's Inn, the Red Kankin.
It doesn't have a name. They like to keep it low key. It's a little secret restaurant. They only cater to
A hole in the wall.
They only cater
I
to
guess
a very
the whole-
particular clientele. It's known only to people who are foodies who really love food.
Oh no.
We're
Not
gonna
the
get there
wall
and
food.
everything's gonna be eaten.
Alright.
Is it better than the food that we've eaten in the royal quarters of Nibene?
No. The big banquets that the royals have would be higher quality. but the chef here is a better chef. All right, so
Didn't you sell a bunch of that fish and stuff for more?
that's where a lot of the money came from.
You said we got 110 gold each?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Got
assume
to
that
make
doesn't
sure.
include me.
In a world that has like no oceans left, a fish is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, where does the fish came from?
Where does a fish come from? I was looking at the map today, like earlier this morning, and there's actually a place to the north that's called like the Last Sea.
So did we kill the last fish?
You had like
I
a
mean, they
barrel
were-
of the very last fish that ever
There's
existed.
oases and lakes.
They
and
were already
rivers,
killed.
presumably.
Yeah, there's places.
Dehydrated.
We got 120 gold long from the gem that Skywell sold. The gems, the diamonds he sold.
120 gold each?
Yeah, it was a large amount.
Okay, not 110.
The 110 was mine from my downtime.
So we got 230 in total?
No,
No,
he
I got
got-
110.
Yeah. Because he
my downtime.
fought as a gladiator and he won the grand prize. But from item sales,
It's 120.
yeah, and then
Okay.
All
also
right.
you have your staff there. I don't know what you wanted to do with it.
So, as you drain a flagon of cheap wine and enjoy the performance of a tavern musician, there's a commotion at the door. A tall elf in a short tunic enters the tavern. He immediately heads towards your table.
Hey Ninja.
Yeah.
I don't. Sorry to interrupt you. Can we take like a few minutes?
Did you say an elf?
Yeah. We'll take a little break.
It's 10:30.
I'll just roleplay eating all this food real quick while we take this break.
Sure.
Can I join them?
I'll be back, brother.
Yeah.
Taking a
you
break. I
want
want to
join
get
in?
food as well.
I start throwing I throw around some food and I'm just like I got a ham hock in one arm and I'm eating over here like Goku with the rice bowls just fucking pounding food down. I'm like I love the fact they do all you can eat there. They don't expect me to be here though.
I don't think it's all you can eat.
Don't abuse that rule too much.
It's all you
eat
can
all
eat
this
until your
food.
wallet's empty.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, who's paying for all this?
No, they play a flat rate, and you can eat.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay, I'm
it's
gonna
not
buzz
like
it off
it's not
now.
like a few copper. It's like a gold piece type. You know.
Since we're on break, I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Okay. I'll be right back, too.
Wait, how much do I owe them, Ninja?
your tabletop looks kind of weird and long.
What? What's wrong with my tabletop?
I don't know. It's just kind of different from mine. I didn't expect it to look like this. I thought all of ours looked the same.
Okay. That's interesting.
Like, I've never gotten that little wooden loading screen.
Wooden loading screen.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it was a loading screen or something like wood just descended.
This?
Blindfold.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, that's
blindfold.
because that's a blindfold. It's
You
not
press
wood.
B.
It's supposed to
Press
look like
B.
curtains. Yeah, B is the
Blind
blindfolds.
muscle?
Press B. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, mine's a purple curtain.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing. Okay, be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Hey, did you think about what we were talking about? About you buying that carpet of flying soul?
Doesn't it already have a flying card?
No,
Like Ramon brought one.
I don't think he bought it. It's 12,000 ceramic pieces. but I think you got it right.
I think I did.
Basically, that whole 120 gold you just got. But you'd have a carpet of flying, and then you could stay out of the fight because you'd have a carpet of flying.
How much weight can a carpet of flying go, and how high can it go?
It can follow your directions within 30 feet of it. It's 4 foot by 6 foot. It has a capacity of 400 pounds and a fly speed of 60. And a carpet can carry up to twice the weight shown on the table, but it flies at half speed if it carries more than 400 pounds. So 400 pounds or up to 800 pounds at half speed. But it'd be enough for like you and Grimorn or you and Skywill or
Wait, what'd you say the speed was?
60 feet fly speed.
That's pretty fast.
It doesn't have a limit of how high it can go. But just be aware, there's cloud rays up there.
How bad
Fly
can a
too
cloud
high.
ray be?
They're like CR 17.
I think they're like CR 20 something actually, or something and a half.
Yeah, actually. You might be right.
That just builds character.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. There's some other stuff in there too. There's gloves of thievery, goggles of night. That's just a tier. You had an opportunity to shop in Nibene as well. And then there's some clothing, magical clothing and stuff. While we were in Nibene, there was more stuff too. There's Templar leather bondage gear.
Huh?
Templar's leather bondage gear you could have bought.
Oh yeah, that's from Nibene. I know. Yeah.
It's a masterwork defiler gear. And it activates the enchantment when your HP drops to 0. Instead, you drop to 1. And you gain the effects of time stop.
Oh, that sounds really good.
It's 64 gold.
That's it?
And it's clothing, so you can still wear your armor with it.
You gain the effects of time stop and you get 1 HP.
That's right, man.
Like, which column is it?
It's Nibene 58. Or you just make a card, it's yours. Give him some gold. There's some other stuff. There's some Veiled Alliance Preserver stuff in there too. There's an Invisibility Cloak for 8 gold. Or is that 83 gold? I guess it's 83 gold. My bad. Sorry. That's 643 gold. My bad. It's 64,000 CP. My bad.
64,000 ceramic pieces. So how much gold is that?
643 gold.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my bad. So keep moving, keep moving. But yeah, there's an invisibility cloak that would be 3 ceramic pieces. It's in the style of Nibene. Twice per day, this psionic enchantment allows you to cloud the minds of those who see you, making yourself effectively invisible.
Has anyone here played Multiverses?
I have not. There's some weapons in here too. Oh man. Oh, there's bronze split mail. Mm. This sandy armor can pass through solid stone, rocks, or sand by burrowing magically as an action. You can move through 60 feet of solid matter per day. Oh, snap. Armor class +7. You're wearing armor, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing medium armor?
Yes.
There's an old bronze breastplate that's armor class +4. It's medium armor. And then there's an iron one that's the same. But it's iron, so it's harder, I guess?
And I'm back. And I have coffee. Yeah.
I was telling Sol that we have a bunch of money and he should go ahead and shop.
I don't know why, but I'm being like Mr. Absy trying to. I don't know if I should spend it or not. Like,
Money, money,
like I don't want to
money.
spend this money on this. Like, it's like
Money,
let me
money,
settle to get
money.
this. Then there's something
Well,
else later on.
Morg should spend some money too. But the after it's already been 2 months. Would the items have reset on some of the stuff?
I decided not to generate any new items.
I'll be right back.
But what we did do is say that you guys can network to other towns, so you can buy things from any of the town lists.
Oh, okay. There's nothing in Golg at all.
Sorry, guys, for the.
So anybody that you send to Gulg is beheaded,
I had a.
and they send the head of the person back to you in a box.
I had a glass that was telling me you should
Damn,
open my
Gulg
tie
is
and put it inside.
Fucking assholes.
Yes. Yes, they are.
What, Golg? What's going on in Golg?
Well, he was saying that there's no item list for Gulg, and I said, well, you could send somebody to
yeah.
Gulg to buy items, but they'll send their head back in a box.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what
I've
if
heard
they
you-
don't know they're from Tier?
Oh yeah, you tell your guy to be secretive. Yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
They
wanna
may or
hire-
may not have psionic spies that'll figure that out at the gate, but who knows?
You might want to hire one of those dodgy helps, like a merchant, or they might know how to get in there.
It's actually easier to get in and out of Uruk than it is to get in and out of Gulg. Plus, everybody in Gulg thinks that Lalali is an actual god, so she actually has a lot of support from the people too.
You're gonna have to start sending some notes over there.
Hmm.
Yeah, saying that tree's coming down, by the way.
That tree's coming down.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some strong magics. I'm talking like epic level magics to bring that tree down. You're gonna have
Maybe at
to
level-
negotiate with
maybe-
Nibene. Maybe he's got an artifact or two.
Maybe at level 20. Want to become an elemental?
You just need to carouse Nibene and be like, look, you don't need that infinity gauntlet. Just let me use it for a minute.
Oh, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, sorry. I had a glass that was empty and say, maybe you should put a Mai Tai inside of me. And
Ah. And I went and got coffee. I had a 20-ounce Red Bull today. It was pretty good. But
a couple.
it ran out.
I mean, I got a couple books on how to make cocktails.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a fun activity.
So your side hobbies are riding motorcycles and bartending. You could start your own biker bar, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, alcohol and motorcycles though they're not great.
No, it's the best, man.
I don't recommend it.
That's what everybody does.
No,
Well, the cool kids are doing.
nah. When I'm riding, I am. It's already dangerous enough to be on a bike this sometime.
Yeah.
Especially.
People cut you off. That's the worst. They don't even see a motorcycle and they just drive over you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen some stupid people. Yeah. Dodge a few idiots.
Well, it's like you're supposed to look in your side mirrors, but not everyone does. Not every time. And if you're in that blind spot, ooh, it's not good.
Alexa, turn off entryway.
No, it's like when you're riding a bike, you have to literally like drive for the people around you, and you gotta look at where they're looking all the time and kind of predict what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Have to be more safe than people in cars.
Yeah. Oh, you know, you're on the road with your
Unicycle.
electric. Yeah.
Unicycle.
People
Yeah,
don't
it-
even stop at stop signs.
Exactly. Like it would be the same thing for you. Like even worse for you. Like I think people will have even less care. You know,
Get off
Just-
the road.
this guy on a unicycle, uniwheeler, or what do you call it?
Electric unicycle.
So is there a seat on?
EU.
Is there a seat on
No,
that,
there's-
or is it more like a pogo?
Uh, probably more like a pogo, I guess.
Yeah.
There are some models that do have like a seat or even like handlebars, and it's still
Mm.
like the same thing where you like have to lean forward to like move it.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like the handles don't really like turn the thing though. Like you still have to like move like your center of gravity, like pivoting your body to make it shift.
Hmm.
Or at least I think so. I don't know. I don't own one of the ones that have those handlebar things on it.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
Maybe it's like an anchor point, but the balance thing is still an ongoing thing. So pretty much like a motorcycle too, like the balance thing, like when you're turning.
Yeah, when you're turning, you kind of lean into it a little bit, like you'll shift your weight
Yeah.
over like sideways a bit.
Like yeah, on the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like a motorcycle. Like over a certain speed, you have to literally like you move your handlebar in the other direction, then you're turning.
So, an elf runs in, making a commotion. He immediately spots you at your table and runs over. You there. I've got a message.
Who, me?
Please present yourselves at the council chambers 1 hour after sunset. That is all.
Oh no. I knew I should have stopped after the third ham hock.
Who's that message sent from?
Alright, I'm back.
This message was sent from the capital, from the Golden Tower.
Hmm. I'll pull
Nani?
Morg on the side just for a second. And yeah, Morg, you know, I don't know if you thought about this, but when we were exploring Nibenay's chambers, you remember all the magical items and that fancy, complicated instrument that we found in there that was kind of telling us about the next eclipse and all that.
Yeah, the ball with sticks and more balls on more sticks. Yes, that thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is in the pyramid in this city? What did the Sorcerer King was hiding? What kind of gadget did he have?
I mean, it's been months since we've been in there. You think they kept everything in there? I
Seems like
imagine they
so.
would have removed some, if not all of what used to be in there if it was anything evil.
Do you really believe in Titian, the king? He was a Templar chief. I don't know that man.
Are you talking about the ziggurat itself? Because you guys know what's in there. It's just a bunch of giant obsidian balls and the corpse of Calyx dragon form.
Well, we've seen that, but we haven't seen his chambers, and we haven't seen like the.
No. That's the only chamber in the ziggurat.
Oh, so it's not like split like the other one.
Yeah, it's not like there's multiple levels. It is like the real world pyramid. It's only got like one entrance that goes into like one kind of chamber, and you guys were in it during that final battle.
Seems like a lot of effort for one building.
I don't think like. Do you think though that this might have been disabled? We don't have any guarantees on that.
Like all the orbs and stuff in there. I mean, there's
So-
only one way to find out. We gotta go back in there. If you...
So the obsidian orbs were being used as part of an epic level spell. So this is like some arcane knowledge that you guys were privy to that maybe like only secret among the sorcerer kings is that a lot of the most powerful arcane magic is done through obsidian spheres. The sorcerer kings hoard these things, these big giant obsidian spheres. These perfectly black spheres that are perfect for channeling and containing the defiler energies, the dark magics. And they use these to hold huge, vast sums of power. And then they use those huge power supplies to power their most epic level spells that like one person with limited spell slots could never hope to power. They power these like 10th, 11th, and 12th level spells using these giant stones.
It's like a giant defiler machine.
Yes, but you don't really have to disable it because to a regular person it's just a rock.
Yeah, it's not something we know how to use it, but maybe the people in the city knows though. Like Titian might be aware of it, or maybe has an idea.
If a defiler got his hands on those obsidian spheres, they would be useful to the defiler, but not to anyone else.
Did we give them to Nibene to destroy the Obug in Gulg?
Kalik was using them to turn into a dragon. Nibene already is one, so it would be a safe assumption that he already has a similar set of giant obsidian spheres.
But if he had more of them, would it help?
No. They're used for the turn into a dragon. Like that's their main function, really. So he's already past that stage.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, that reminds me. Well, I'm back now for one thing. I wanted to see the Avengion.
All right. The Avengian is actually on top of the pyramid. He has wings, really huge wings, and he flies, and he just sits atop the very peak of the pyramid in a lotus position, like a meditative, seated position, and he just radiates good energy outward in all directions for like a mile.
Well, we could take you to him, but before that, since we were having dinner here, I was wondering, ringside, if you could tell us of your exploits. What have you been up to, and how far have you traveled to find us?
I've traveled long across the world, even before recent events. In my efforts to combat the horrors I so commonly find beyond my mountain home.
I have a link to the Dark Sun Atlas, and it extends out to the edges. His little village, the Terran Vale,
Yep.
is like, I don't know, 80 or 90 miles west of Tyr, like across the mountain, even across the forest, all the way out into the hinterlands. So he had to come as far, like, if you went all the way out to, if you went all the way to Nibene, and then even further than Nibene, that's the distance to his Terran Vale.
Hmm. Is there many of you living out there?
Yes, it is our homeland. I thought it
Uh.
was primitive, but we have robust ways of our own.
Why do you wish to see Korgernard? I know he's very splendid and everything, but do you have a specific reason?
Korganard is very important, as you've named him, to my life's work.
Are you part of the Veiled Alliance?
I do not know what this is.
It's the group that Korgernard originally came from before he ascended into his current form.
And they are one I will keep an eye out for.
The Veil Alliance is the group of sorcerers or magic casters, but that do not take the energy from living beings and living plants. They try to respect the living things around them and live kind of a secret and very structured life to avoid defiling anything.
You said it, pal.
Fascinating. Spoken plainly, my goal is to destroy the Sorcerer Kings. And
Oh,
Well, we already
That's
tried
good.
asking him for help with that, so if that's what you wanted, that's not really on the table.
at any rate, he's a radiant beacon, a counter to their power. I must commune with him.
I can call him. Is the only way you can communicate telepathically, or do you also have a physical voice?
I do, and I'll screech out some words.
Okay. I have this speaking stone. It's a magical device that Korgernard himself gave to me. You can try speaking with him and see if he might even meet with us.
He might just come down the road.
Maybe he wants some food with us. we're in a food place after all.
I'll take the stone.
I'll call him. He likes me. I point with my thumb to my chest. He likes me. He'll come eat with me.
I can see why, and I'll give the stone to you.
I call I call him and I go, "Hey, Gorgonord! I'm at the place eating. You wanna come eat with us? You know the good place, the secret place.
Greetings, Taurus. Yes. One
You
moment.
wanna eat? You wanna eat
Okay,
with us?
a glowing gateway appears in the air, and a tall golden man steps through with a cone head and golden skin. He folds his giant wings down around himself like a cloak.
As soon as he does that, and I can wrap my arms around him, I come up and go, "Hey, I love you. Where you been, buddy? I just passed you on the pyramid, but should have told you to come with us."
He says he was in meditation, that he is gathering energies for the future, for times of
that's
dire need. He'll tell
Or
you
can I
that sitting atop the pyramid is an excellent place to gather psionic power.
You know what I do for energy? For my energy, I eat a bunch of hams, and then I eat this rice, and then I eat these fruits, and then I drink this drink,
And then it makes me really sleepy, but then when I wake up, I have a lot of energy.
I'm just watching this baffled. It's like freaking. It's like watching an angel talk to an ogre. What the?
All right. Well, Korganard is going to look at you, and he'll make a telepathic communication to you and say, I can sense that you seek the wisdom of a teacher.
Wise you are indeed that I did not need to ask. Hail to you, Saint of Saints, Ascended One.
He'll tell you that he knows that it is in your future to do battle with the Sorcerer Kings, and that he worries that you will wind up dead in this pursuit, although he does consider it noble, what you intend.
Is
There
there
are
a
situations where there's like random lowly squire, the super paladin strolling by with his ultimate entourage.
He is beyond
Basically
beyond
that.
epic. He is like super powerful.
Is there any sorcery king in particular that you're aiming for in your future?
A second, there was, but I don't. Hang on, I've
The one
forgotten
from
them all.
Gog. The one from Gog.
Could be Gull by any chance?
Find myself.
A vile witch that lives on a giant tree that should burn down.
DM, what do I know about Golg?
Gulg, the forest city of Gulg, is right next to Nibene, one of the few forested areas in the Tablelands. It's controlled by Lalali Pui, the Oba of Gulg, which all of her people consider to be a goddess, a nature goddess. They believe that she is the savior of the earth, like Captain Planet or something. Like she's going to spread the greenery of her little forest across the world and save it, and they consider her a savior, and like would fight anybody that is the enemy of the Oba.
I have a feeling that's not actually the case.
The cult of the Oba consider her their mother. Like it's like a real motherly kind of cult that she's got.
She's a
What?
fanatic, and she tortures people.
And steals animals.
She's a trickster, and if ever you get closer, she'll try to hunt you down and play with you until you die.
We tried to send some people to get some shopping done in Gold, see what they do trade and stuff, and they always came back with their heads cut off.
Not very well.
It's not nice.
As much as she sounds dangerous, she doesn't seem to be actively doing anything.
Did we ever kill any of their envoys that sent the heads back?
No. Korganard is going to say that the sorcerer kings and queens are most powerful in their lairs. The power of a sorcerer king in his own lair is unrivaled in this world and exceedingly dangerous. But if you can draw them out of their lair, if you can provoke one of them into battle, they have died in the past. There are fewer sorcerer kings and queens now than there were in ancient times.
How many were there in total at the start?
When they started, I think there were 13, and I believe there are 7 currently.
Almost half.
But there's one that died in this city.
Is there any particular reason you're targeting Golg? If so, I can gladly shift my attention.
Pure revenge. She tried to send assassins on us after we fled. It's been a nightmare, and then she almost killed us.
Specifically, she sent assassins after we helped bring a necklace to her. We did her a favor, and she betrayed us by sending us after stealing all our belongings, sent us out into a forest to die in some cruel game.
I have a feeling like there's part of this story that's being left out.
I can tell you one thing, that forest, it seems to be grandiose, but it's quite diddly, full of these giant living trees that are practically undead creatures. It's not a very welcoming place over there.
You say
And-
undead trees.
Yes.
Like, what kind of undead are we talking about here?
the, I don't know, but the type that has long roots that captures you and tries to devour you and extract all of the energy out of you.
They're like zombie trees. So the root of the zombie tree gets you and strangles you to death and then reanimates your body and uses that to get other people close to the tree. And then all the decomposing bodies act as fertilizer to make the tree grow bigger and stronger so that it has more tentacles to grab and control more people until eventually it's just this enormous puppet master of like zombies with like roots growing out of them that's like taking over a whole area.
This isn't exactly related, but everything you just said reminded me of something, so I'm going to send it anyway. Picture in the Dark Sun chat.
That's like a pirate ship.
They sound evil.
Yeah, that's cool.
We should.
Well,
should
it's quite
blow
Yeah.
them out.
it's quite a dangerous place, that forest. It's full of cannibals and creatures that wants to kill you.
Let me consult my tome of tomorrow, and I'll take out my book and flip through it for anything relevant to this situation.
But I can tell you, the Sorcerer Kings are none of them are really our friend. Even if we gain some favors from one of them, they're all
Yes,
to
but-
be very, very. You have to be careful around them and never trust them.
I know there's a difference between
Well, we
an
can trust
enemy.
Nibane now. Nibane said he's our friend.
You know, until he decides not to be.
Look at the scale he gave me. Look how pretty it is. He said it's. I have a piece of Nibane with me all the time.
Beware a stranger bearing gifts, which the irony is not lost on me, but still.
I mean, we did save him.
At any rate,
And his town. Again.
do I know anything special or important regarding that area of the map? Where the big spooky trees.
There's a lot of halflings in there.
Yeah, you
No,
probably
that-
know
that's-
where it is.
Do you want to attempt a legend lore about the Great Tree of Gulg?
Yes, but I'd need like lots of gold to do that. For the sake of like, ingredients are incense and then what was the other? There's like two ingredients, like 250 incense or 250 gold worth of incense, and 4 strips of ivory.
All right. You can get strips of ivory, no problem. The conversion from gold to ceramic pieces makes that easier.
Well, they're 50 gold worth of 4 strips. Each one's 50 gold worth
Yeah.
of
So it'd be
ivory.
50 copper pieces and 250 copper pieces worth of things. So it's like 3 gold.
It's 3 gold in this world. Like the money, the value of things is a little different compared to other.
Oh,
realms.
okay.
It would be 4 gold and 5 silver, I think.
So
request that much from one of you?
you
I'll give
own
it to 'em.
machine,
No
3
problem.
gold?
All right. You buy up the materials you need, and you go to town.
I say,
And begin the ritual.
I give him
and
5 gold.
I humbly request that Gorgonod stay for the ritual.
All right. He stays and watches. 5th level divination. Ah, an impressive talent.
Blushes before Cargonage son.
Okay. So you name a place, the Great Tree of Gulg.
I clap. I clap and like, oh, it's so pretty.
The
It's
spell
worth the money.
brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The Great Tree of Gulg is thousands of years old. It was grown using druidic magic by some of like the most powerful druids of the age. They were halfling druids. They used an unknown magic that blended music and sorcery and psionics. It's kind of hard for your mind to like wrap around the idea of like the way they're blending the different sort of technologies of magic together, magic and psionics and druidic magic, to sort of create a thing that uses all of the different parts to create something greater. And you get a sense that it's like supposed to be this impervious, indestructible thing that could never be damaged by the ravages of war, no matter how powerful the spell, no matter how furious the fireball. Like the tree would always be protected. And so they threw everything they had at it. Like the best magics of the age went into making this thing just absolutely indestructible.
I'm
Like,
saying all this out loud as you're telling me, by the way.
all right,
Everyone is.
that's the gist of it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I put my hand on Gramon's shoulder and be like, I guess it's indestructible, man. There's nothing you can do.
I haven't seen one thing that cannot burn down yet.
I
Except
have.
for that tree.
But destruction is not the only path to success. It cannot be removed. Have you tried to change it?
Yeah,
Into something flammable.
into hashes. Things can grow back from hashes.
Really, you've never heard tales of the phoenixes?
I don't believe that phoenixes exist in this world.
Legend, lore, knowledge, shut up. Anyway.
I know.
What I'm suggesting is, perhaps instead of destroying the tree, you should focus on changing it more to something more of your liking, to alter its nature as something more palatable.
Does the fire god's god element thing even offer transmutation magic of that kind?
That doesn't count as a sacrifice.
You know what, though? You might not be able to set the tree on fire, but the people inside of the tree are definitely flammable.
Was that?
You're cutting out.
You're cutting ninja.
The people in the tree are flammable, even if the tree is not.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Reclaim. What was it called again? The
the
Gulgus tree.
The Tree of Gulg.
Okay. Reclaim the tree of Gulg for your.
Can I chop it down?
No.
Reclaim the tree of Gulg for your burning
Give him my
deity.
magic hammer.
Even with your magic hammer, a +2 weapon isn't enough to damage the tree.
Mm.
Turn it. Purify the tree into one of flame.
Like, a +3 weapon might be able to damage the tree, but even then you'd be hacking at it for an eternity before you'd actually make a dent, because it's so big.
Well, this is all dreams anyways. There is still that witch living inside. We're not there yet. We have still many things to achieve to be able to get to that point. When we talk about it, even with Nibene, even Nibene was wondering what could be done onto that tree, and he's a extremely powerful wizard.
I'll consult the fates for a way to damage the pork. What's the word? Conquer the tree.
Anything could help. But that is simply one of the Sorcerer Kings. The next one would be Uric.
Rig. How much collective money do we all have?
The Sorcerer King of Uric is a city that is northeast from here.
You guys can see how much money I have. I have 153 gold and some change.
Mr. Moneybags over there. Is he the richest?
Yeah, I got like 100
course.
gold.
Ooh,
Okay,
Morg has the
we're
most
not-
money.
We're not going to be short on legend lores for a while.
Oh, we'll help you. Well, we don't know that many of them. We know the Sorcerer King that we've interacted with.
You may hit the limits of the DM's knowledge of the setting, though.
Not the limits on the internet though.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn on this.
I've got like 20 Dark Sun books, but I could be looking through them for a while to get you an answer to some of these things. I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe at some points I might just have to say, like, I'll get back to you on that, and then like research it between games.
Okay.
Depending. If I know the information, I'll tell you on the spot. But I don't wanna spend too much time researching in the middle of a game.
So, are we still gonna keep sticking around here? We have another adventure coming up.
Well, we have a
No.
meeting in the morning.
No. The meeting was for Sunset, which is like coming right up. You should probably get there.
Oh,
Organar, were you invited to this meeting by any chance?
Korganard was not invited to a meeting, no.
That seems to be quite important. We should then pay your tab here and leave
Okay.
for that meeting.
All right.
I hold up a nose goes and I start running out of the place. Say Morg's got it.
Wait, what?
So
I
meals
didn't
are
even get to eat.
meals are part of your upkeep. So if you paid your upkeep, then you get the meals generally. But if you want to throw extra money at the waitress or something, that would be nice to tip.
I'll pay for our friend here.
Oh, right. Korganard, before I go... wait, DM, there's a school of psionics, right?
Oh, there's two.
There's two. How long do you plan on staying here? Korganard.
All right, Korganard will tell you that he has been meditating on what the next move should be, because the enemies are numerous and powerful, and have had centuries to plot and to scheme. And so we must be equally cunning in our own strategy, otherwise we will be caught in a trap and defeated as easily as any of the Sorcerer King's previous rebellious uprisings that they have quashed over the years.
If they have had time to fortify their holdings, then why not we? You must make Tyr a fortress in and of itself.
Korganard's going to say that he believes the best path forward is through diplomacy and trade, that because Tyr has an iron mine, we have a strong position to negotiate from a benevolent position. He'll also mention how we've lent aid to Nibene after the disaster. So the disaster relief provided to Nibene has forged a bond of friendship between our peoples. And he feels like these are all things that are going to help change the world and improve the lot of everybody's life from the lowest on up to the nobility. It'll make everybody's lives better and for the greater good.
You know, it seems to help though that the champions of Tyr are also the champions of Nibene.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, so I'll pay for our friend here for Rising Sight.
I shall return to my meditations. Call upon me again if you should need me.
Bye, Mr. Nibene.
He disappears through a gate of brilliant white light.
He took a to-go plate for it, right?
No. He left it all behind. He didn't even eat. He eats sunshine. He just sits on the pyramid and absorbs energy, radiant energy from the earth and the sun.
Does he poop rainbows?
He poops rainbows. Like, he subsists on light and happy thoughts.
And then when he just sits there and like freaking rainbows reflect off him. That's actually just waves of light farts.
Like, the well-being of the citizens of Tyr is probably sustenance to his, like, powerful mind. And that's all he needs to live.
I've expressed it before, but I really like this guy. In character.
All right. You're headed to the meeting. Now, hold that thought. Everybody grab your figurines off the table.
Can someone grab mine too?
I
just walked away.
I'll get it. Yeah,
Literally stood up as after we said we're gonna go.
I'll get it. I'll get
I'll
it.
move you.
Well,
Sadly,
I'll get
I
ringside
don't
at least.
have any hands.
Yeah, I got you.
Just stole it away from me.
I'll put you over here where Oren usually sits.
I guess so.
Oh, I stole that one away from you too. I was doing a box select, so I didn't think it still held it, but I got it. Okay, so Taurus is over here too. Is everybody off the table?
Yeah, I
It
believe so.
would appear so. All right. I need a map. I'm gonna put it in the Discord, and then I'm gonna need it placed on one of the little tokens here for the
Gotcha.
one world.
I need one more level. And I can be a Pterax.
All right, so here's the little token in the corner of the table here. You can see that, right? All right. So I'm gonna rename this one Tier Street,
Amen.
and then I'm gonna give you the image.
By the way, I'm calling back my pterodactyl.
And would you kindly put that image on that token?
Can't really have a pterodactyl in the town. You're gonna cause a panic. I might try to eat it.
You're just gonna stand on a building like a gargoyle in the event that something bad happens.
Nah, we own the city. We built this city.
I'm rock and roll.
Assassination.
Death metal.
Cool. All right. Let me
There it
slap
is.
this on there. All right. Cool.
Whoa.
Well, that reminds
We
me.
built this city.
Dang it. Sticks, bones, or similar tokens. How much is 115 110 ceramic pieces in gold?
1.1.
1.5.
Oh wait, that's not how that works.
Well, it's 100 ceramic pieces is 1 gold.
25 gold. So like, what's 25 gold pieces in this world's money?
25 ceramic
25
pieces.
right?
Okay, I'm just
He
gonna.
said 25 gold pieces would be 250 ceramic pieces.
No, that's like gold in this world is how many ceramic worlds in this world. He's saying how
Oh,
much
he's
like
saying
Dungeons
yeah.
and Dragons
Literally,
gold.
yeah.
GP.
Literally anything you see that says GP, just change it to CP, and that's what it is.
Unless it's made of iron, in which case the price is multiplied by 200.
You know the 100, you know like how augury has do stuff with can I just have a dividing tool is what I'm asking.
Of course. It's part of your standard kit. You'd have it.
It's not part of a kit, but it's important for a spell, and I have more than enough money to get it.
Yeah, I would assume by 10th level you would have acquired anything that you needed for any of the spells you had.
Okay.
just-
so-
Do you have a spell component kit?
He didn't want one. He wanted like a focus instead. So you don't really generally need components unless they have a high monetary cost, in which case you do.
Five. Okay. On our way there, I'll just be, I guess. We're not taking a wagon, are we?
We're walking.
Okay, never mind then.
It's on just on the other side, like temple.
Never mind. I'll just wait
It's
for
about
us.
300, 400 feet. Something like that. quarter mile, half mile, something like that.
Hang on. I'm looking for a bag. I have to spawn some figurines here. Give me a moment. Not only are there
So-
mechalots here, but there are a number of people as well.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. That reminds me. If any of you need it, like you're in a crisis situation, I can temporarily bestow you with power to rival Torox's.
What does that
How-
mean?
Okay, so it says here, along the streets of Caravan Way, you pass a small square where a number of people are working at unloading a massive armored wagon. Hulking half-giant and mole porters are removing great urns of grain and casks of southern wine, while agents of the merchant house direct activity. At the wagon's front, several animal handlers are carefully freeing a pair of colossal mechalots from the yokes, a common sight in Tyr. You move on. So this is you moving past the cart and wagon. Do we have a wagon on the table here somewhere? Let me copy
We
this.
did. It's in a bag.
Do we still have any Kanken cards?
The King cards, yeah, they're in the bag here. Like,
No, I don't mean like just the figurine. I'm talking about like, do we actually have one anymore? Did we like lose them again?
we left them
In Nibide?
no, they're in tier.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, they're here. They're probably around the temple, the fire temple.
All right, that's a
Tied
pretty
up
good
or something.
approximation there. All right, hang on. Let's see here. There's a person at each one of these letters, so. Oh, actually,
Something's going on.
so you're supposed to be just past the cart where the X is in the middle there.
Right here.
Yeah. So you guys were moving past the cart that was being unloaded. You had to sort of like work your way around it. And you had just gotten to this point when something goes terribly wrong. These are 5-foot squares,
Oh,
so you
no.
are
Okay.
pretty big. Maybe like don't fully fill the square, and everybody else can like sort of like so. Yeah, that's about right. You're supposed to be like roughly double the size of everyone else, and you're always making yourself about 3 times.
I'm 13.5 feet tall. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I know you're big. I know you're big.
Now I'm the size of a 5-foot square.
No. It's like just put yourself in the middle, like this. Just imagine you have a
Okay.
square base.
Okay.
Yeah, just for scale. I don't want you to look like an actual giant. You're a half giant. As long as people come up to your belly button, that's where I was hoping for. Maybe not quite that high. I don't know.
They come up to my penis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like me and Saul are about like 6-7 foot tall. We're like half of you.
I'm 13.5 feet tall. I'm a size large creature.
What do you guys think of that trailer of the Dungeons and Dragon movie?
Looked alright.
I did
A
not
lot of
see.
people complaining about it.
Yeah, people on the internet complain about everything.
They're complaining.
They're just
Like,
haters.
it's not rules as written. I'm like, what?
They're just haters. They hate everybody. They hate everything because they get clicks.
No, they were mad because it's not gonna be rules as.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the
Probably they
dragons.
touched
The dragons look pretty
thing.
accurate. The classes are fairly consistent. They got a barbarian. They got a weird-looking paladin with a funky sword that people make fun of.
Well, they had. It actually was kind of stupid. They had someone run away from a displacer beast and jump into a gelatinous cube.
Right, right.
Which would be horrible.
It would be probably fatal to jump into a gelatinous cube. Yeah.
But they don't know if he has immunity to fucking acid, so.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah.
does in the movie. You don't know.
Exactly.
You still got that buff, that plus 1d8 on initiative? That might come in handy here.
Well, I can't be surprised either. So.
Okay, so we're gonna roll initiative now. I'm gonna hit the reset. I'm gonna create a new player token. All right, so let's see, tat.
Do I get the D8 still? It hasn't been an hour yet, has it?
Yeah, you still get the
How
d8,
long
I
has
think.
it been since we got here?
Not long.
Let me check the spell.
You ate a quick meal and now you're headed out.
The spell lasts for 8 hours.
Oh shit!
I just want to know what the frick's going on.
All right, what's your dexterity mod?
Oh, we're doing initiative?
Well, my dexterity mod is
Yep.
+3.
No. Tat.
So I have 22. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have tabletop, so I'm gonna roll for him here.
I have 0
That's
bonus to dexterity.
All right.
Not bad. Great.
No init mod. I rolled a 19 for you though. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I usually roll terrible rolls for players. All right. Let me know when you
See,
guys all get your
oh.
initiative entered.
Long has a +1.
I rolled it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, so you should go before. Skip.
Oh, did you already tell us what the threat was and I missed it, or have you not?
Nope. It's a mystery still.
Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragon movie makes me think of it's like a mix between Dungeons and Dragon and the Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, did you know that apparently they accidentally stole the picture for the Intellect Devourer, the little dog brain thing from 2nd edition Pathfinder with one of their posters?
Oops.
Someone probably got fired.
Did they not pay for the license to borrow the picture?
I assume not, because it'd be kind of weird and stupid.
Yeah, Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragon have been always.
Especially since they have literally their own picture that looks just about as good.
So my guess is that Soul is sleeping.
Again? Oh no.
I'm
No?
not sleeping.
Do your initiative.
My initiative.
Yes, initiative. Oh, I think you were sleeping and you just got up.
Where's the DM card? Where's the card?
The card.
So far, I've read it. I haven't broken any rules yet.
Violation! Slap!
Wow.
Great. That was violation enough.
You might be in the
Didn't pay attention violation.
You might be in the that guy's category right now.
The guy that's always on Reddit at the table.
All right. You rolled it, but put it on the token too. That's how you do it. All right. Has everybody set their initiative?
Did you do the one for Orin?
Yeah, I did him.
Still here.
You put his character on the table?
Is the character still with us?
He's sitting at the tavern. He's still stuffing his face with food. He looks around. Nobody's there. He's like, guys, where'd everyone go?
Didn't notice the giant glowing person leaving.
Nope. He was really into those chicken wings.
We're in. Okay. Our initiative is in. Oh, cool.
Okay. So, here's what happens. Let me tell you. So, suddenly, the scene explodes into chaos. The mechalots surge out of their traces with mindless roars, trampling all in their path. So, normally a mechalot is led by a psionicist who controls the mind of the mechalot and steers its direction, keeps it from going on rampages. Suddenly, the mechalot rears up, bears down on its handler, and crushes him to death. Over here, this one opens its mouth lazily. This handler clutches his head and doubles over, and the mechalot just sort of scoops him up with its tongue and munches on him. And he screams, "Ah!" And a bunch of guts spew out the side of the mechalot's mouth. All right. This person over here looks at that happen and screams. This person rushes inside this building and slams the door behind her. All right. So
I don't think that's going to work.
Taurus, you cannot be surprised. You hear a sudden commotion behind you and react suddenly. What do you do?
Huh. I spin around and I go, oh, the mechalots are loose. Prepare yourselves.
Oh, wait, I want to do one other thing just before you go. Hang on. All right, this is going to hurt. All right, ring sight. You are a psionicist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, you're struck with a terrible migraine. Roll an intelligence saving throw, DC 20.
Okay.
I mean, I can't myself.
Oh, that's right. My
1d20
bad.
plus 2.
Plus 2. All right, rolling. Wait a minute, that's a D8. Hang on. Another 19. Pretty awesome. 21 is your total. All right.
Oh,
so
neat.
right away, you feel something. It hits you like a wall. Suddenly, your mind is shattered, and so you go into like the mind space, and you're a blank for a moment, and you have to like find all the pieces that make up your consciousness, like the part of you that like is aware, like your consciousness, and the parts of you that are subconscious that have like all been knocked out of your body. You're just like pulling yourself back together and putting yourself together like a puzzle, and you very quickly reform your mind. But you look around, and several of the people around who are especially talented in psionics are hit so hard that they just drop like a sack of potatoes. Like a lot of the people that are like marked with a B are just down. So people everywhere are grabbing their head and screaming, stumbling, falling to the ground, dizzy. A couple people violently projectile vomit everything they ate in the last hour all over the ground. Various animals begin to like spaz out. Especially ones that have, like known psionic traits. They like birds that are psionic fall out of the sky, and
Wait a second. What about Omen?
Omen is not. Well, he's got a little bit of psionic, so he might be affected. Yeah.
Wait a second. He has resistance to that, doesn't he?
I think he does. some kind of resistance.
Yeah, psionic resistance.
Now, it's good that you made the save, otherwise you would suffer disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, and you would be unable to cast any spells. As it stands, even if you cast a spell, its cost will be multiplied by 4 times, meaning you would need to spend 4 spell slots to cast 1 first-level spell. It's like every time you try to use a power, you're pressing against an invisible force that is like repelling you from your connection to psionics. Like something is actively and aggressively blocking you when you try to touch your psionic abilities. Now, everybody who's got that like psionic ability where you can roll an extra dice, that now fails if you roll like a 1 or a 2.
Oh, hold on. I'm just making sure. Hold on. For our giant maul, or for my weapons, I do my. I'm gonna try to calculate my new damage. It's my strength mod plus my proficiency plus the weapon damage, right?
You would not apply proficiency to a damage roll, no.
Okay. So it's just my strength mod plus the. So mine's are 2d8 plus 1.
Well, it's a +2 hammer, right?
Yeah. So it'd be 2d8 plus 3, and then my strength.
Well, you don't add another +1 for masterwork. That's factored in.
Okay. So it's 2d8 plus 2.
2d8 plus 2. And then you add a d8 for the booming blade. And then if your target moves, you add 2d8 for the booming blade.
It's 2d8 plus 2 plus my strength.
Yeah. It's strong. It's a heavy-duty weapon.
It's plus 8, so... Oh, shit.
Everyone's waiting on you, dude. What do you do?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Take
realize it was
scout.
your turn?
Yeah.
He is at the very top of the initiative.
So do I see this, whatever this is, over here?
An Inix? Yeah, it's a standard animal. Pretty common.
Oh, that's not what's going on? Gotcha.
That's the mechalots that are eating people.
Can I make it to the mechalots? 45 is my walk speed. I can make it to here.
Mm-hmm. Hang
Not
on.
sure it matters.
Let me
should be
space
okay.
these out a little better. Mechalots are huge, so each one of these is filling like 9 squares.
Alright, so
You
this
should be
is
within
40.
smacking distance is the point. So deal with this problem the Maximus way.
Okay, so those are the mechalot
I run
spaces there.
up to the mechalot, and I know what rage is like, so I try to commune with this mechalot here. Try to calm it down. What kind of roll is that? Sorry.
Animal handling?
Animal handling. I like it.
Good luck.
I don't think this is going to work.
Well, this makes sense. This character's not very bright, right? Talking about
I
like
thought I rolled a nat 20. God, I was so close.
it doesn't seem to have worked. The animal roars in a combination of hunger and annoyance.
I'm like, uh-oh.
This is gonna hurt. And I'll use my I'll use my rage.
All right,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry. Hold on, I got 5 bonus, right? I still got 5 bonus. Can I use my bonus action to activate my ring of jumping so that I can jump on top of it?
Ring of Jumping doesn't give you extra movement, I don't think.
Well, I still have 5 movement.
So you just want to be like tippy-toeing on the edge of the mech a lot?
Well, I mean,
I think he's trying to do like a
It'll be-
Hulk smash jump.
Because you'd be like half on it
gives
and
me
half
3
off.
times.
You'll be in a
gives me
precarious
3
spot if
times.
you've only got a 5 foot.
The creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
So you technically can jump 15 feet on top of it. But like I said, you're gonna be, you know, it's a tough thing to ride.
Oh, hey, Skywin.
I'll try to do it. Oh shit!
I forgot
That's
about
rough.
today. I was taking my daughter to her grandma's, and I just got back home.
All right,
Well, we just got started with the combat. If you want in.
I even rolled your initiative for you.
All right.
There he goes. He's there.
The question is, do we have his figurine?
For whom?
It's right
Orin.
here.
Orin?
Ah, it is right here. All right,
I
cool.
thought it was in the restaurant.
Yeah,
That's
just
why I didn't put him on the
Tuck
table.
it in there. Yeah, I
He
was
just
gonna
shows up
leave him
like
there
the-
until he showed up.
He just shows up like a Meta Knight.
He is a rogue, right? So he just lurks up out of the shadows of an alley like, oh, are we in combat now? Way to show up in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's all right. Also, we have a new guy. Hat the Hat. So, introductions all around.
Hi, I'm Bill. I don't know if I ever have time to do this with my kids. But,
Yeah, it's understandable.
I try.
We're gonna get through this combat at least, right?
Oh, I don't know about that. Mechalots are beefy. They have a lot of hit points. You guys
They're
can...
my favorite dinosaur.
You can-
Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, they're an Ankylosaurus, and you can do a lot of damage per turn, so it might not last very long. They're tough, though. They're CR9 creatures, so this is probably a challenging fight.
But I could pilot here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was
Had a
thinking.
headache me for a while now.
Oh, dumb migraine.
Why,
Take your
yeah.
vitamins, dude. Take your vitamins.
All right, but I'll see you guys next session.
All
I
right.
promise.
Later.
Night.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, he's out. So normally we schedule till midnight. He has to go a little early sometimes. That's fair.
Wait,
So
who is
does
he
this-
playing?
Usually, if the rest of us want to continue, I'll just autopilot.
Cleric, rogue. Say the druid just now.
No, that was
I
the
tried-
bard. That was the bard that took off. If Taurus is done, and I think he was after using his bonus action, it's Morg. What do you do? You can do it.
You could turn into a Melicot.
Almost.
10, 15.
It's like a skateboard. You keep falling off. Just keep trying. You'll get it.
Got it. He's on.
I'm going to transform into my giant ant.
Now do a Mechalot flip. Tricky flip and then rail grind on the other Mechalot.
Doesn't that mean the Melicot has to like spin in midair?
Yeah. Hey, he's got a ring of jumping. Maybe it transfers to the Mechalot.
I do not see why you decided to turn into that.
Yeah, it's his best feature. So druids are kind of limited on the CR of the creature they can make, and also limited in what beasts they have seen. And he just happens to have seen a pretty effective giant antloid.
Yeah, we almost killed it in like one hit.
So I'm going to try to bite this thing.
Ankyloid's tough carapace boasts a
I'll
natural
bite
armor
his
class of
ankle.
17.
It's 5. Oh, and I will rage with my bonus action.
A raging ant.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry, my bonus action is to turn into the ant first. And
Ah, right,
action
right.
Attack.
Got you.
Not the first turn.
See-
D20 plus 5.
Into the roll-o-matic.
23.
All right. A solid hit.
3d6 plus 5 damage.
Yeah, we're gonna kill these mechalots?
You're going to try.
12 points of piercing bitey damage. And then I will sting it. Die by poison.
Oh, man. I get plus 12 on my con save.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
This might not have been the
Oh, but
best
this
transformation.
is 24 to hit, so that also hits.
This might not have been the best
Uh,
transformation for this situation.
Well, it still does the most amount of like regular damage, anyways, even if I'm not poisoning the thing.
Yeah.
This does 7 points of piercing stabby damage, and he makes a con save, of course.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if I can like flank him if I go on this end.
As an ant, you could just
course.
walk up the wall of the wagon and get behind it, I guess, if you want.
Okay.
Climb up on its tail with your sticky little insect talons or whatever they are.
I do that. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. The Mechalots have these platforms on them. They are meant to be walked on, so that's fine. Cargo platforms full of whatever the elven marketeers were bringing to market. All right, so Tet,
Right.
here
Well,
you
those deal with
stand.
While they deal with the monsters, I'm gonna try to figure out what the root cause of this is. I'm gonna yell at Omen, because he has life sense and also should have at least felt the attack. To try to find the source of the wave.
He's got animal intelligence, and you're gonna get back like a quizzical lack of understanding.
All right, too complex for him. And it falls to me. Did I get a sense of direction?
No. It just feels like an all-encompassing effect. It's everywhere. It just permeates the air you breathe. Probably, like, as a psionicist, it would affect you more than most. Just feel like a night terror, like something's sitting on your chest and you can't breathe.
That is a problem. Oh, wait a second. Well, what does it do if it affects me?
Well, so if you were affected, it would give you disadvantage on attacks and ability checks and saving throws, and you just flat out would not be able to cast any spells. Because you made the check, none of those apply. But what does apply is the 4 times multiplier on the cost of casting a psionic ability.
Does that count if I use a tattoo?
No. You can use a tattoo. It's fine.
Let me check how one spell works. I have an idea. Oh, that wouldn't do it. Ashes Storm Major Image. That gives me an idea. I'm gonna use the symbol on my right shin to cast Major Image.
Sure. What is the major image you cast? And where do you put it?
As long as you're I'm double checking to make sure it doesn't shift positions, like get like destroyed if something touches it. Okay. A 20-foot block of lush vegetation before the things, the mechalots.
What is the range on major illusion?
120 feet.
All right, let's see.
Oh, you meant like the radius.
So you want to put it like maybe like 80 feet in front of you in a section. Well, there's a person right there. Do you want to put it on top of the person that's there?
No, slightly in front of him.
It's still going to put them in great peril. All right.
I'll tell them to get out of the way.
You said it's 20 by 20, right?
Yes.
Let's put it here, maybe, like in the corridor. So maybe they'll go down this street. There's a couple people in the way there too. There's really nowhere you could direct it. There's not going to be some sort of bystander.
I don't need to direct it so much as I just need them to hold still and probably just be distracted.
Yeah, well, if you put it there, they're definitely going to move to that spot and try to eat it.
How about just directly in front of them?
All right.
Even if they phase right through it, they're stupid, so they're just going to keep trying or just be mystified by it.
Maybe. All right, so right here. Suddenly, lush vegetation springs from the streets.
Okay. While that happens, I'm going to call Omen down to grab me and just... I'm going to see how far I need to get before the effect stops happening.
All right. It's probably going to take him a little bit to get here. Trying to think. You are moving west from the merchant district. He is east of you, just outside the wall.
I thought he was here at this location.
You parked him outside of town, so he wouldn't freak out the people of Tyr. But if you
said I brought him with me. What? It doesn't. What? I'll just move. I'll just move myself.
Did you say that you were bringing him here into town? I might have not.
Like after the.
I might have missed it.
After the bit where.
Yeah, it's fine. If I just didn't hear it, it's fine. Yeah, if you want him to scoop you up, that's cool. He would go on your turn. Whenever you have a pet, it's going to be on your initiative.
Okay, and he just needs to bring me directly opposite to where the mechalots are, so I can see how far I need to get before the range of the effect stops happening. I guess, yeah.
All right, where's his mount at? It's probably on the other table, right? All right. Well, use your imagination. He flies up. Up and away. Whoosh. So, theater of the mind for you.
Ooga shaka, ooga shaka.
We get trees or bushes.
It is a major illusion. Maybe the mechalots will consume it. All right. Skywill?
Why,
Okay, I have two questions. One is, I don't know why we're fighting necessarily, but as I just got here,
Oh,
But,
Skywell.
I'm
So
gonna assume. Oh, go ahead.
you were walking through the marketplace because you were sent a message to come to a special emergency meeting at the Golden Tower. So you were headed that way when suddenly these mechalots that were being unloaded here in the marketplace, they begin to go berserk and consumed their handlers. And anybody with psionics is struck down by the power. So I'm going to need a intelligence save from you. It's a
Okay.
really tough one, too. DC 20. So you need some strong luck and a powerful mind to overcome the crippling migraine that hits you like a wall.
Not 20.
Nat 20. You
On
too.
a straight roll.
Oh my god.
Nobody is getting hit by this. All right. Well, at least the passive effects.
The Lord.
Wait, was every all of us have the psionic like trait things? Do we all roll it?
So anything with like a like an infinite that you can just do has a 25% fail chance.
Hmm.
So, Oren, anytime you go to throw a dagger, you have to roll a d4, and if it's a 1, nothing happens.
Okay. I feel like I would, if I understand that that's a thing. Do I realize that I have difficulty with my psionics then?
Psionics are fucked for everybody.
But I'm
There is
allowed
a
to know that. Like that's character knowledge at this point.
at this
There's
point
people writhing
you
in pains right now.
because you
Massive
are a
headache suddenly.
you are a psionic build, so you and Tat the Hat are hit hardest. So this
Okay.
is crippling, mind destroying. Like the way I described it to him is that your entire consciousness is obliterated, and you had to like spend time rebuilding your consciousness and your subconscious and your conscious and your memory and put it all back together before you'd even be able to function. So
I'm not necessarily motivated to kill these mechalots. If I could calm them. I don't know how I'd do that, but
That's what I'm trying to do.
so
okay.
you would need you would need a mind control spell, and it would cost 4 times what it normally does. You would need 4 spell slots of the mind control spell.
What if they're not psionic based spells?
If they're not psionic based spells, it might work. However, traditionally, the only way to control a mechalot is with psionics. However, I imagine an arcane spell like Hold Monster would probably work.
Maybe you could calm monster,
Well,
calm emotions or something.
Calm
like that.
emotions, maybe. They are rampaging.
so I can't use any kind of like skills to make this happen. It's
You can't.
understandable.
You just have to roll for it.
It's sort of common knowledge that mechalots are uncontrollable by most means except by just direct mind control to hold them in line.
Yeah, well, if it's common knowledge, then
Actually-
I know I gotta put these things down. Okay, that's enough for me then. I'm just gonna go ahead and run up, and I'm gonna go ahead and stab
There's
it
an
with a
enchantment
regular
spell.
old bone dagger. What?
There's an enchantment spell called Calm Emotions that I was talking about. And you can... Oh, that's a humanoid. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm just gonna go ahead and try to jump and stab this thing in the side, and I can't seem to catch up with this thing. It's rampaging, bucking, and I have to dive for cover.
These things have very thick natural hides, too. Alright, so... Chris, what do you do? What does Gramorn the Fire Cleric do?
You can do animal friendship. It's actually a psychic ability.
I'm gonna move towards the group a bit. And I am going to... Where is it?
Oh, so this is Taurus on top of.
Yeah, he jumped on it.
I had jumped on top of the one. I'm trying to calm it down.
Where's our lizard?
Sort of his
Yeah,
trademark
well,
to jump on
fine.
top of things.
Jump on the other one, then I'll try to take the other one down. Then.
Where is our lizard from?
I didn't hit this
So
one anyway,
his
so there you go.
his Terax swooped in, and he jumped on it, and it flew away.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, I mean, he's here. He wants his character to test the limits of the range of the psionic dampening field. Like, is it coming from within the
Okay.
town?
Oh,
Can I
see.
get away from it? Is it
Understand.
localized, or is it like the world? Like, he's finding out that wherever he goes, it's still there. Like, he can't get away from it anywhere, no matter where he goes.
So I'm gonna cast a level 2 bless,
Holy shit.
which is gonna give me 4 blesses. Where's some there?
So what's that? You and Soul and... Or maybe you
Orin.
and Orin and Aunt Lloyd and
Orin.
Taurus.
Taurus. I got him.
It's
the-
hit 12, and I don't
Okay,
have a problem
creature.
going further, but how does this work then?
So
When there's like a
typically we would call it pretty soon. It doesn't feel like we're gonna finish this combat tonight, so whenever we're comfortable to call it, we'll wrap up. I'll save the table, and then we'll continue next week.
We'll pick up right here.
Yep, everything will be saved exactly as it is.
So Morg, you got bless. Orin, you got
Okay.
bless. Taurus, you got bless, and I got bless as well.
Can we put a token down to remind ourselves of that? Isn't there like a...
It's over your head right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sweet.
attached to you.
I
Gotcha.
just see white squares, but okay. Yeah.
It's a little tougher to get the one on.
He's not injected.
There's a
Yeah,
bonus
I'll just
action that
I'll just
will,
lock it in place. It's fine.
I'm gonna cast my my sword.
The floating sword.
Spiritual weapon.
One of the mods I installed in Skyrim has that, where you just have a floating sword that follows you around. I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, I've had
Roll
that.
attack with the sword.
In order to get it, you need to go underneath the Mage College. There's an altar, and you need to use an iron dagger and a Daedric heart. You combine those items on the altar, and you get the floating sword. It's cool. I haven't done it yet. I'm working on it.
mute
It's
myself
gonna, it's,
right
gonna
now.
pop, it's gonna appear next to me.
All right. You've got yourself a levitating weapon, animated, swinging about.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Ra has left, so I'm gonna say that he would give bardic inspiration to Skywill. Skywill. He pulls out his musical instrument, and he's like, "Oh, Oren, you can do it. You are the greatest in the land. I can't believe how muscular and handsome you are. Thank you for standing in front of me so I don't take damage." So he's got a 9 plus his performance and you get the bardic inspiration. So that's his turn. He's going to do a little bit of a move tactically behind the wagon here, where I'm going to say he leans up against the wagon and says, "Oh, hello, lady. Are you new to town? Have we met before? You look familiar." She's like, "We're all going to die." And he's like, "Nah, I'll save you." She's like, "Oh, thank you." And she like throws herself at him.
Does he have animal friendship by chance?
I don't know. Probably not, though. Let me check his sheet.
I'm pretty sure these Mekla, they are enjoying have giants jumping on their back in a giant hat as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they might be distracted by their hunger and the food in their faces.
The one time I don't have the animal friendship or speak with animals, right? Well, I do have speak with animals, but it takes 10 minutes to cast.
He's got enemies abound. I forget what that does. Researching. Enemies abound. Wiki.dot. Alright, you reach into the mind of one creature you can see and force it to make an intelligence saving throw. Oh, it's going to fail that. A creature automatically succeeds if it's immune to being frightened. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. I don't know if that's helpful. That would just make things worse, probably.
Yeah, I don't understand this plan.
He's got the sleep spell, but you know you got to get it below a threshold of hit points, and these things are so tanky. They make Taurus look normal compared to how many hit points they have. He's got a minor illusion. He's got a shatter. He's got invisibility. He can hide from it. He can make a tiny hut.
Could shoot some bow and arrow.
He could do dissonant whispers. That might confuse it for a bit.
Or do a shock on the enemy and his friend.
Shock
You
and
could
awe.
try to do psionics on it and try to commune with it.
Well, I mean, normally I think he'd just throw a shatter at it, or he could do dissonant whispers, which does some psychic damage.
Does he have a Fury Fire?
To give advantage to people.
I thought he could use his psionic charisma.
We could fail that.
Try to persuade it. Psionics?
Fairy Fire. Does he have that from
Oh,
a
that is
racial?
second language.
I don't see it on his spell list.
Doesn't have an instrument of the bard, so.
You know, he does have Speak with Animals, but I don't think it's going to be helpful here. Because, you know, it's an angry mechalot. Even though you can communicate simple ideas to an angry mechalot, doesn't make it less angry.
Dude. No. Anger.
He also gets Animal Affinity, which allows him to attempt to charm a medium-size or smaller beast with Intelligence
This
3
is
or
huge.
lower. And this is a gargantuan beast, so that's not going to work.
The secret weapon is to play songs to it. Right?
If he wanted to be aggressive, he could do an arcane shot at it, but I don't think he wants to do that on round 1 and draw the ire of these monsters in his direction. I think this distraction plan's pretty good. He's gonna let you go with that for a minute. All right, so the people freak out. Some people try to run into this building and hide out. This guy runs all the way down the street as far as he can. This person goes inside this building.
What's the current kill count of these things?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These 3 people are all going to move into this alleyway here and huddle for cover. They're crying and whimpering and probably crapping their pants with fear. These 2 people over here are awestruck at what's going on. The people further away haven't really seen in detail what's going on. These 2 people over here can't do much because this Inix over here is going crazy as well.
Saul needs to go get his pet.
Nah, this isn't that one. This is a different Inix. And this one is affected by the psionics and begins throwing a tantrum and flailing about in the street, and it's distracting these 2 men who are trying to steer clear of the thrashing animal. Many animals seem to have reacted badly, because almost all the animals on Athos have some sort of psionic ability. Alright, so what the mechalots are going to do, I'm going to save for next week. Drama. We'll start with the mechalot attack,
Yeah. Sorry.
and that's what we're going to leave off.
Fair enough. Plot hanger. Or
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
Nice cliffhanger.